Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to Alumni Stadium in Greenville, Pennsylvania. Today on the PAC Sports Network, it is the Mercer County Cup game as the Teal Tomcats host the Grove City Wolverines. I'm Randy Gore along with Justin Piles for today's game, and a contest where it's a terrific rivalry in Mercer County, and you really strive for this no matter which side of the ledger you're on, the Teal Tomcats, the Grove City Wolverines. This is a game especially for those seniors out there that you want to go out with a win, and you want to go out holding that Mercer County Cup, and that's what's on the line today here on Rivalry Week in the President's Athletic Conference. And there are a lot of great rivalries, but this Grove City Teal Tomcats rivalry, one of the best in the President's Athletic Conference.
Yeah, absolutely. Both these teams maybe not where they want to be this year, both with losing records coming into the game, but it's one of those games where you throw all the records out the window, and there's a lot of history between these schools, and they have something to play for, obviously, with the cup. It's right next to us in the broadcast booth. Looks great, and a lot of energy here today. We've seen personnel from both sides, whether it's coaches or administrators, coming through here and saying, yeah, this is the Mercer County Cup. This is what it's all about. And this is my first taste being at this game, but it's definitely a lot of energy here today, a couple minutes before kickoff.
Talked with Grove City head coach Chris Smith, and he's in his 30th year at Grove City. This is the 30th Mercer County Cup game, so he's been here every year that the Mercer County Cup game has existed. Of course, the rivalry dates back much farther than that. This is also the 100th edition of the Grove City Teal Tomcats rivalry, a rivalry that began back in 1892. However, as far as Chris Smith goes, he's been here for every season of the Mercer County Cup, and he says that this is an important a game as you'll find in the PAC, especially from the Grove City or Teal perspective. It's an important game. The Mercer County Cup, it's a rewarding trophy to win if you can get it done, and very emotional, as we talked about the seniors, very emotional for those seniors, and that's what Chris Smith relayed to us earlier on this afternoon is the importance of this game. And as you said, Justin, how many people have come through this press box where the cup is being stored currently, and eyeing that cup, and it just displaying the importance of it, and this is what it's all about here today.
Yeah, you were mentioning seniors. Grove City's come in here, or at Grove City, but the last 5 editions of this game, Grove City has won the cup, so it's kind of become a tradition now for their seniors to go off in their last game. That's definitely not a streak that they want to break. On the other hand, Teal, they're breaking a lot of streaks recently in football, and this is the losing streak to Grove City now at 5 games. Today is a great opportunity for them coming in here, a little bit of momentum from the Teal program as well, winning 3 of their last 4 contests.
Yeah, Teal with a win today, it would be the first time since 2005, their last PAC championship season, that the Tomcats program would have won 3 consecutive games. So that's to be achieved if they can come up with the win today. For Grove City, in reference to the Cup, they own the all-time lead in the series, 61 and 33 and 5. There have been 5 ties in the past history of this series. And as far as this series with the existence of the Mercer County Cup, Grove City is 20 and 9 against Teal all-time in Mercer County Cup games. So it's been a one-sided rivalry from that end, with Grove City being accustomed to taking home the trophy or the victory in this rivalry. And again, one that dates all the way back to 1892. So it's a historic rivalry, and Teal's first ever game in their program history was against Grove City. So that just goes to show you how long ago that and how deep this rivalry runs with these 2 squads here today. As Justin mentioned, these teams not quite where they want to be entering this contest, specifically in terms of the grand scheme of things in the conference. As Teal 3 and 6 overall, all 3 of their wins are within the PAC. They're 3 and 4. For Grove City, they're 4 and 5 overall, but 2 and 5 in the President's Athletic Conference, as the captain's meeting right now at midfield, and we'll get this one started here in just a bit. But the team's not quite where they want to be, but some of that can be rectified with a win today.
Yeah, that's the way it is with basically any rivalry game. It doesn't really take away from the season. Obviously, you'd like your season record to be better, but you go out on a good note if you can win your last game of the season and against your rival, and that's what we have here today. Grove City started out the year so promising, wins over Carnegie Mellon and Anderson out of conference, then hit the skids a little bit, losing 5 of 6 games in the middle of the season before last week's win over St. Vincent.
the Grove City Wolverines, both teams coming off victories, and we mentioned the Teal Tomcats can come away with a 3-game winning streak if victorious today. Grove City defeating St. Vincent last week 36-26. That was at home for the Wolverines. The Teal Tomcats 30-28 win at Bethany, and Bethany really that's a significant win because of some of the victories that Bethany has obtained this year. They've thrown a wrench into the PAC standings a bit. And then last week, a dramatic 45-37 quadruple overtime win for Teal in their first ever night game here at Alumni Stadium. So the Tomcats winning that one in dramatic fashion, 45-37. And Andrew Smith, their senior quarterback, who will be getting the start here today for the Tomcats, he played a key role in that. He threw 4 touchdown passes, all coming off the bench. He did that late in the fourth quarter, and then in overtime with those 4 touchdown passes. He gets the start today, and well-deserved if you perform like that in the clutch.
Yeah, absolutely. Plus, it's senior day. Always nice to get the start in what will be your last collegiate game.
Andrew Smith, as we mentioned, will get the start. Talked with Coach Reiser of the Teal Tomcats, and he had said, Kurt Reiser, that Smith, in earning the start, will not... you won't see just him today. Ryan Radke, who has been the starter at times as well this season, 5'11", 180-pound sophomore, he will see some series today, and depending upon how things go, you may see a little more of Radke throughout the day, but Smith will garner the start this afternoon, and we'll go from there. So you could say it's kind of a hot hand approach from Kurt Reiser, but Smith most certainly gets the start. He deserves the start, as we said, after what he did last week in throwing 4 touchdown passes, whether it be late in the fourth quarter or in overtime. And actually, it was his first touchdown pass that forced overtime. He hit a 77-yard touchdown strike to Tim Walker with just over a minute left in the game, and that forced overtime last week against Westminster, and ultimately came away with a 45-37 quadruple overtime win. As we get set for this afternoon's contest, Grove City will be kicking off to the Teal Tomcats to begin. The Teal will be moving left to right across your computer screen, and watching this one on the PAC Sports Network, PACstream.net. I'm Randy Gore along with Justin Piles. Our producer today is Dave Floyd, our camera person Caitlin Edwards, and Kat Guy, and also here today supervising and getting some extra camera shots as well.
On special assignment today.
That's right, special assignment today for Miss Kat Guy, and we're ready to go. Cole McCandless with the kickoff, high end over end, received by Tim Kennedy for the Teal Tomcats, trying to range to the outside across the 30, has some space across the 40 to midfield, and then bumped out of bounds by McCandless. So great starting field position for the Teal Tomcats, something that Kurt Reiser spoke of about keys to this game. Field position, one of those, and we can't start with much better field position than that in Grove City territory. Actually, they mark him out of bounds at the midfield stripe, so directly at midfield to begin this contest for the Teal Tomcats.
Kennedy and Christopher Jones both deep on the play, and Jones not receiving the kickoff, looking for someone to block. He ended up running through the holes, not being able to find anybody to block until about midfield. So huge hole there for Kennedy. Off the bat, Teal set up with great field position.
We'll give you the starting lineups for both teams here momentarily, as Teal with an I formation, 1st and 10. And they'll motion their tailback, Josh Potter, out of that formation as a right slot. Smith to pass, and he is trapped in the backfield in the pocket and goes down to one knee. It looked like he stumbled there as he is dropped back at the 46-yard line, or dropped on his own more or less, so 4-yard loss to start. Let's give you the starting lineups, as the starting quarterback is Andrew Smith, Josh Potter at tailback, Rick Smallwood at fullback, the receivers Nate Blazevich and Bill Frizzy, tight end Baron Grube, the linemen Jordan Fortuna, John Beal, Jason Crystal, Brandon Sullins, and Chase Good. Your starting lineups brought to you by Sport Clips. We'll give you the Wolverines defense here momentarily. 2nd and 14, again motioned out of the eye, is the tailback in Josh Potter as a right slot. Smith back to pass design run play. Up the middle has a lead block from Smallwood, has the first down into Grove City territory and more. Tackled inside the 35, so first down pickup for the Teal Tomcats. Now let's give you the Grove City defense. Again, lineups brought to you by Sport Clips. On the D-line, Ryan Althausen, Brent Veerman, and Robert Rollick. The linebackers, Brandon Miller, Jason Skirm, Ben Manwaring, Bobby Tuttle. The defensive backs at corner, Slater Simic and Jimmy Ciancola, and the safeties, Dale Klobuchar and Joe Diani.
Smith just 73 rushing yards on the season, long for 20, but they're kind of scurried out of the pocket. Not sure if that was a first down play or not, but made some good hay on that one.
So 1st and 10 now at the Grove City 33-yard line. And this time it is Potter getting the handoff out of the I formation and muscles his way toward the 30-yard line. as Bobby Tuttle amongst those on the tackle for the Grove City Wolverines.
That's something you'll see a lot of in this game, running plays, whether it's from the tailbacks, the fullbacks, or the quarterbacks. Both quarterbacks, we've already seen Smith move on the quarterback draw, and certainly Brian Pell on the opposite side is capable with his legs as well. But both these teams, particularly Teal, very strong in rushing the football. Teal averages nearly 200 yards and is second in the PAC.
Potter with a 3-yard gain on first down, 2nd and 7. He's the lone man in the backfield this time, as under center is Andrew Smith. And it's another carry for Potter. Has room along the right side. Stiff arm to the outside quarter. 15-10. It is hammered down inside the 10-yard line. Tuttle again with the tackle along with Klobuchar. But a nice run for Josh Potter, tailback out of Chipley, Florida, who averages 5.1 yards per carry. And that run puts him over 600 yards on the season.
Now it's Matt Fedson coming in from the outside with that seal block to spring Potter to the outside. Great block by the Tomcats wide receiver.
6-yard line, 1st and goal for Teal, looking for an opening statement in the Mercer County Cup rivalry game. We are scoreless early on, opening drive of the contest. In motion, right to left goes Matt Fedson. Handoff, going left and banging his way toward the 1-yard line. On the run for the Tomcats. That is Rich Colasar, 5'6", 175-pound fullback out of Waterford, PA, and Fort LaBeouf High School. And now 2nd and goal at the 1. Colasar, the tailback in this I formation with Smallwood, the fullback. It's a QB keeper for Smith. And he's in. Touchdown, Teal Tomcats to start the Mercer County Cup game. So, indeed, an opening statement made by the Tomcats.
This guy right behind that right side of the line. A little bit of a surge from that offensive front. Smith found his way into the end zone. A physical drive, especially at the end there. Giving it to the big bruising back and then letting the quarterback finish off what he started. Took the first carry on the drive, first 2 carries on the drive, and now punctuates it with a plunge into the end zone.
Extra point attempt for John Fennick is up and good for the Teal Tomcats. So now 24 of 30 on PATs this season. John Fennick and the Teal Tomcats with a 7-0 lead. We're early in the first quarter. We'll take a 30-second timeout and come right back on the PAC Sports Network. Teal Tomcats with a 7-0 lead, 1-yard rushing touchdown by Andrew Smith, capping a 50-yard drive for Teal. And now the Tomcats will give the football to the Wolverines for the first time today. As kicking off, Cody McClellan for the Tomcats has it teed up and puts the boot to it. And back to receive at the 11-yard line, the Wolverines. And Klobuchar has room along the far sideline midfield and tracked down from behind in Teal territory for the Tomcats. Tim Walker with the tackle, but excellent return for the Grove City Wolverines.
When you talked to the coaches before the game started, they were talking about the emphasis on eliminating big plays. And we've seen one from each side so far in special teams. The kick return game, good for both sides, and really excellent field position for Grove City after Teal started their drive around midfield.
Well, Kurt Reiser for the Tomcats stressed field position. It worked to perfection for the Tomcats offensively, but now it's the Wolverines on offense set up nicely here in Teal territory at the 45-yard line. Of course, we'll give you the starting lineups for both teams on this side of the football here in a moment. Is Maskery with the carry going right, and a shoestring tackle made by the Tomcats is reaching out and pulling the shoestring there. Ryan Althausen is Maskery, the starting tailback for the Wolverines, gets 4 yards on first down. Let's give you the starting lineups. Brian Pell, the starting quarterback for Grove City. At tailback, Steve Maskery, whom you've already met. Sam Ivan at wingback. The receivers, Anthony Ritchie, Khalil Irvin. We'll give you more in just a moment. 2nd down and 6 for the Wolverines. Pell in the shotgun as Maskery to his left. 3 wide to the left as well. Pell with a quick Slant pattern, incomplete. Short hops his intended target. And on that play, his intended receiver was Khalil Irvin. Let's give you the rest of the Grove City offense. At tight end, Patrick Donahue. The lineman, Jason Glacken. Mitch Zajacek, Ron Dordan, Alex Jewell, and Ethan Martin. For the Teal Tomcats defensively on the D-line, Cody McClellan, Tyree Abrams, Riley Shane, R.G. Molson. Linebackers are Tom Thorpe, Wes Schmidt, Jack Sindlinger. Defensive backs, Rob Edwards, Marte Hainsworth, Brandon Wolf, and Walt Litwin. 3rd down and 6 for Grove City. In motion, the wingback, Sam Ivan. And pass complete, coming open, Ritchie. And makes a move at the 25-yard line, still going up the near sideline and out of bounds at the 16 of the Teal Tomcats. So there, Ritchie and Pell combining for a nice reception.
Thought Pell was going to take his check down there to his running back who's open in the flat, but I don't know if that would have made 1st down yardage. So instead, he went with the sideline route to Ritchie, his old high school teammate.
And both out of Wheaton Academy in Illinois. Ritchie from Big Rock, Illinois. Brian Pell from Streamwood, Illinois. And the leading receiver, Anthony Ritchie, with 657 yards entering today's play with a big 1st down catch and 3rd down conversion. It's a keeper for Pell on the read option. And he'll dive up the middle for a couple. But Anthony Ritchie and Brian Pell, those two, Pell, his totals for the season, 138 of 240 through the air, 1,480 yards and 8 touchdowns, also 8 interceptions. Pell does well with his feet, 94 carries, 294 yards and 7 touchdowns, but whether it's through the air or on the ground, Brian Pell really facilitates this offense and helps Grove City move down the field. And converting on 1 3rd down already today. It's a 2nd down and 6 after a 4-yard run by Pell. Ball at the 11-yard line of Teal. 7-0 Tomcats. Pell over the middle. Pass fought for in a tie more or less between the receiver and defensive back. But on the reception, it's Mitch Narby. Tie always goes to the receiver. And Narby will have the catch at the Tomcats 5-yard line, which should be good for a 1st down, or is it just shy of it? It is good for a 1st down, so 1st and goal now for Grove City. Well, the Tomcats move the ball efficiently on their first drive. The Wolverines trying to match them here. So far, so good.
Something you don't normally see too much of from Grove City, putting the ball in the air, but been effective on this drive. This looks like a running formation, however, down near the goal line.
Offset behind Pell. Everybody bunched in tight. Handoff Maskery up the middle, and he is in. Just takes a light touching from one of the Tomcats linebackers, but more or less unscathed into the end zone, and the Wolverines a point away from tying things up early in the 1st quarter.
Well, we were talking before we went on the air about how this could be a low-scoring game. Both teams like to run the ball. Might rely on the defenses a little bit, but it's been the offenses so far. Each team 1 possession and 1 touchdown aside. Grove City an extra point from tying it up. And that's really both teams really benefiting from great field position and starting these drives out at midfield or in opponent's territory.
Ryan Stewart for the point after. And the extra point is up, and it is true. So Ryan Stewart with his 21st PAT of the season, 21 of 23, has evened the score. It's 7-7 in the 1st quarter, and we'll be back after a 30-second timeout on the PAC Sports Network.
3 generations, Sharps Furniture has been proud to serve Southwestern PA with their brand of personal service. Being an authorized dealer for Lazy Boy, they are dedicated to providing the finest quality products made here in the US of A. Looking for custom upholstery? Sharps carries a large selection of upholstery to choose from, all made in America. And their friendly staff will deliver right to your front door. Sharps Furniture, your authorized Lazy Boy dealer. Family owned, family operated since 1917. Located just off I-70, exit 19B in Washington, PA.
Kickoff from the Wolverines, scooped up on the bounce around the 20-yard line and scooting quickly out of bounds of the return, Tim Kennedy, who averages 24.9 yards per return. Not as good field position as the Tomcats saw the last time around, but you can't start at midfield every possession, so that had to come to an end sometime for one of these two teams, and it does here for the Tomcats, as they'll begin at their own 28-yard line. Teal offense averaging 27 points per game. The Grove City defense allows on average 28 points per game, so that average matches up pretty close. Under center is senior quarterback Andrew Smith. Formation behind him, and it's a give going right, and a nice ankle tackle made by Klobuchar as he brings down Josh Potter, the 5'9", 211-pound sophomore running back. And that is a loss of 1 on first down, back to the 27-yard line. Klobuchar getting the start at safety today. 5'10", 180-pound freshman is Klobuchar out of Keystone Oaks High School. Nice open field tackle moments ago. Second down and 11. We're in the first quarter, tied 7-7. As Andrew Smith with a single-man backfield, handoff, and nice pinball running style there for the Teal Tomcats, and muscling his way, Rich Colasar, the senior, able to get the first down, pickup of 12.
There's some nifty footwork there, going left to right through that hole.
Now the Teal offense a bit shorthanded today as Josh Wanamaker is out with an ankle injury, and he has been an ultra-talented freshman out of Derry High School. Was the PAC Offensive Player of the Week 2 weeks ago in Teal's win over Bethany. Handoff will go to Colasar, and he is bottled up this time around. The Grove City defense halts that one for minimal yardage, maybe a half yard on that play. It looks like a good spot for Colasar there. Gain of 1, second down and 9.
First man in, Ben Manwaring, and Jason Skirm also helped clean that up and trying to rip that football out, but unable to do so.
Manwaring, the team leader in tackles for Grove City with 91 entering today's play. Second-year starter for the Wolverines, and team co-captain is Ben Manwaring.
Very active group of linebackers. See them take up a lot of space on the inside.
Second and 9 from the 40. Feds it in motion, right to left, stays in the right slot. Smith takes a hit as he lets the pass go. It sails over Tim Walker, his intended target, incomplete. But Smith took on a hard hit that time around as it looked like Jason Skirm laid on the lick.
Yeah, Jason Skirm blitzing from his outside linebacker position, just came right around the corner. Nobody picked him up and had a free shot at the quarterback.
Hit him right in the chest. And Jason Skirm, who was named the ECAC Southwest Co-Defensive Player of the Week this past week. He notched 8 tackles, a sack, and a forced fumble in that win, that dramatic quadruple overtime win last week. Or excuse me, had that reversed. Teal with a quadruple overtime win. For Grove City, it was the win over St. Vincent, and Skirm played a key role in that with the 8 tackles, 1 sack, and forced fumble. And Smith brought down by his jersey, let the pass go late. It will be an incomplete pass on a third down and 9. Is forcing the pressure for the Grove City Wolverines, Ben Manwaring. So there he is again. He doesn't get the sack or the tackle, but he blew that play up. Fourth down and 9.
At first Skirm, then Manwaring. You see these linebackers coming untouched through the hole, and definitely something that Teal's going to have to address.
Shifting to a more traditional alignment on this punt attempt for the Teal Tomcats. Punter Cody McClellan averages 36.5 yards per punt. It's a good snap and a high spinning punt. Ritchie will call for the fair catch at the Grove City 21-22 yard line area. So Anthony Ritchie with the fair catch, and Teal picked up 1 first down on a hard run by Colasar, but ultimately forced the punt. And third down's going to be a big key to this game today. Teal's coach, Kurt Reiser, said that his team needs to, at least defensively, find a way to get off the field on third downs because Grove City is the best in the conference at third down conversions, hitting at a 46% clip. First and 10, Pell with a pass complete to Sam Ivan. Has the first down, the wing back across the 35 to the 38-yard line. There is a flag down, however.
Side judge along the far sideline threw that one just as it ran out of bounds. I don't know if that's a hold. I didn't really see a hold out there, but we'll see what they sort out.
And it is a holding as Janice Workland, the referee today gives us that indication. So holding will take away, negates the first down for the Grove City Wolverines. And they'll still have a first down, but not quite where they wanted it. And it'll be, looks like 1st and 10 it'll remain.
That makes sense. That flag was about at the first down marker.
Spot of the foul, so 1st and 10. Pell with the handoff to Maskery. Not much there as he dives over the offensive line off of left guard. Tackle made for the Teal Tomcats by Wes Schmidt.
Number 41, Steve Maskery on the carry.
And Schmidt, he's the reigning PAC Defensive Player of the Week. Had 14 tackles and 1 interception. That came in the quadruple overtime win for the Tomcats over Westminster. And Wes Schmidt really has developed into the team MVP defensively. At least that's what Kurt Reiser had said of him, and that comes high accolades from your head coach. 2nd down and 9. Pell, well, he might have lost the football there off the fake. Whatever, in our vantage point, a little blocked off from here in the press box from the defensive line from the Teal Tomcats, but whatever the case may be, Pell dropping down to the turf, and it is now a 3rd down and long. So now if you're Kurt Reiser, this is exactly the situation you want Grove City in, 3rd down and long.
Yeah, maybe a little miscommunication there on the fake or the handoff to Maskery. Someone was on the wrong page there and the ball hit the turf, but a lot of options in this Grove City offense. You'll see a lot of pre-snap motion and different looks that way that you don't necessarily see from every team.
Pell in the shotgun. Fakes the handoff to Maskery. Pass right. Intended for Ritchie. Incomplete. On the coverage, Rob Edwards for the Teal defense. 6'1", 175-pound senior from Struthers High School. Hails from Poland, Ohio. And he helped make the incompletion happen there, very tightly guarding Anthony Ritchie. So Grove City forced to punt despite the fact that they own the best 3rd down conversion rate in the conference, and the Teal Tomcats defense with a 3 and out.
Definitely one of the keys to the game, especially since both teams like to run the ball so much. Keep your opponent in 3rd and long in obvious passing situations. We've seen Grove City apply some pressure on defense when Teal had the ball last time, and they're Teal able to thwart that 3rd down attempt.
Anthony Marnegian with the punt for the Wolverines, scooped up at the 45-yard line. Fedson trying to angle his way right, now sifts through the middle. Gets into Grove City territory before he's eventually stacked up at the Wolverines' 44-yard line. Grove City tackle made by Mitch White, 5'9", 200-pound senior out of Akron, Ohio.
Joey Seifert. That's going to give the Tomcats the ball. Let's hear it for that defense, Tomcat fans.
Well, the Tomcats, 2 out of the 3 possessions now for the Tomcats, starting out either at midfield or in Grove City territory.
New quarterback now for the Tomcats under center.
And that is Ryan Radke. Well, we were told from Coach Reiser that he would see more than just the senior Andrew Smith today. So Ryan Radke will take the snap from under center. Handoff, Colasar. Started middle, angles left, and thrown down. Good carry, though, by Colasar. He is escorted down to the turf by Bobby Tuttle, but 2nd down and 4 after a gain of 6 by Colasar.
It looked to be a 2, maybe 3-yard gain, but he carried Tuttle away. It's maybe 3 or 4 yards on his back before he was able to wrestle him off his feet.
Well, with the new quarterback in the game, Ryan Radke, 5'11", 180-pound sophomore, 52 of 118 through the air, 653 yards passing, 6 touchdowns and 4 interceptions, and a pass short hops Nate Blazevich on the near sideline, incomplete.
Nate Blazevich. That's going to give the Tomcats 3rd and 3.
Radke, of the 2 quarterbacks, Radke the more elusive as far as what he can do on the ground. 380 yards and 4 rushing touchdowns. Andrew Smith, more your traditional pocket passer, has just 73 yards rushing this season, but also has more yards through the air. So that a little bit of the differences that you'll see from the 2 quarterbacks of the Teal Tomcats. 3rd down now and 3. Ball at the 37 of Grove City. Handoff, right side, and there's Manwaring once more for the tackle as Josh Potter could not get to the first down marker. Minimal gain, if any, on 3rd down, and a gain of 1, we'll call it. 4th down and 3.
Looks like a punt situation. Teal will just play the field position game, tied up 7-7. Inside 5 minutes to go here, first quarter. Teal Tomcats showing punt.
But it's the Mercer County Cup game, so what one may show doesn't necessarily mean what one will go ahead and execute.
Yeah, always have to have that in the back of your mind, especially when a team is punting on the opponent's side of the field. Take the delay of game penalty, so give their punter a little more room to work with. Obviously, the fake would be off here if there was a fake happening before.
And that takes the guessing game out of the situation now, out of the scenario for Grove City, as they bring out their punt return unit. They had Anthony Ritchie back to receive, but the rest of the special teamers will check in after that penalty is assessed. So 4th down and 8 at the 42 of Grove City is Cody McClellan to punt it. He stands at his own 44-yard line. Good snap. And the punt is away. Ritchie once more calls for the fair catch, and he'll haul it in around the 11, 12-yard line of the Wolverines. So after opening possessions went right down the field for both squads. Now punts have been more accustomed here at Alumni Stadium to be seen, as we're down under 4 minutes to go in the first quarter. 7-7 our score. Glad you can be with us on the PAC Sports Network. Rivalry week in the conference. The President's Athletic Conference, of course, a big game that many folks have their eye on. Waynesburg at W&J today. Certainly the Thomas More Saints have their eye on that one, because if Waynesburg wins, then Thomas More would become the outright PAC champions.
That game about to kick off, the Waynesburg W&J game, in about 5 minutes.
Quick slant to Anthony Ritchie. Pell with the dart throw over the middle. And Ritchie has the first down. Gain of 11 on that pitch and catch.
That's going to be a Wolverine.
And the Thomas More Saints, so we're keeping an eye on Dominique Hayden. He is 199 yards shy of breaking the 2,000-yard barrier on the ground, and that would be quite an amazing feat.
And only 10 games, too. Sometimes you'll see guys do that, but it'll take a playoff game or 2 or 3 to reach that mark. Able to do it in the regular season, that's pretty outstanding.
Handoff Maskery on 1st and 10. Has the quarter going right, barrels over a man along the far sideline near the first down sticks.
Pushed out of bounds by number 24, Rob Edwards, for the Tomcat defense.
They'll mark him shy of the first down marker. 2nd down and 1 at the Wolverines 32. Tackle made by Rob Edwards. Although Edwards paid the price for that one. Maskery delivered more of the lick than did Edwards. Maskery, a very physical runner, a sophomore from Northwestern High School, enters today's play with 560 yards rushing. Flag is thrown immediately upon the snap on 2nd down. Maskery bottled up by McClelland and company in the backfield. We'll see what the flag is all about as well. And while that flag is assessed, talking about Steve Maskery, again, 560 yards entering today's play with 9 rushing touchdowns. Averages 3.8 yards per carry, but Chris Smith, the Wolverines head coach, said that Maskery, the type of player that'll take a 2-yard gain, and because of his physical and workhorse style, he'll turn a 2-yard gain into a 6-yard gain with all of that effort. Still waiting for this flag to be assessed. An illegal shift on the Wolverines.
5-yard penalty, 2nd down.
So 5-yard mark off from the line of scrimmage. Janice Workland, again, our referee today. He was pacing back and forth, almost looked like he was reluctant to give off the penalty there. And
I think he was just looking for a good spot to stand.
There you go. Well, it's a beautiful sunny day. How about the weather today? At this time of year, 57 degrees in Greenville, Pennsylvania.
And we're usually up here for basketball season in the dead of winter, and we see snow on the ground. This is beautiful.
So 2nd down and 6. Pass complete on an out cut to the near sideline.
Pass complete to number 36, Zach Gazzacco.
And reception made by
number 18 for the
Zach Gazzacco, the 5'7" freshman out of Uniontown, Ohio, and Lake High School. He has the first down to the Wolverines' 35-yard line.
Kind of a pseudo pick play there. And Khalil Irvin on the outside blocking for him. Rub the defender, the linebacker. Give the running back some space to catch and run with the ball.
I guess if you're on offense, you call that a rub.
It's
if
a
you're
rub
on
play.
Defense, it's a pick, right? 1st and 10, Wolverines. Heading toward the 2-minute mark of the first quarter. 7-7 contest. Option play going right. It's the wingback Ivan with the carry. Gets to the outside quarter. First down and more. And out of bounds near the midfield stripe. He is just shy of it. Marked off by the official at the 48-yard line. But beautiful option play there. Pell had space. He could have run that one himself, but had Ivan on the outside with just one man to beat to the corner.
Oh, yeah. I was wondering how long it was going to take Grove City to whip out the option because they've been going with the dive to the tailback. And you know that outside was open with everybody crashing in on Mastery seemingly every play. And a big gain there for the Wolverines approaching midfield.
Tie contest in the Mercer County Cup game, the 30th edition. Handoff Mastery up the middle, carries tacklers to the 47 of Teal.
Another opportunity there. Had Grove City run the option back outside. Pell and Ivan, a lot of space to run.
Number 41, Steve Mastery on the play, tackled down.
Mastery, a multi-sport athlete, also a pitcher on the Grove City baseball team.
That's going to give the Wolverines second and...
He looks pretty good running the football, that's for sure.
47-yard line.
Second down and 5 after a 5-yard pickup by Mastery. On an offense that likes to run the football, they'll take to the air here. Incomplete. Swatted down by defensive back Rob Edwards. Is Pell on an outcut looking for Anthony Ritchie, but incomplete.
Edwards doing a nice job of jumping that out route. Trying the quick hitter that time, but defensive back for Teal able to swat it away and bring up a 3rd down and 5.
No, when the Wolverines pass, they like to go to Ritchie. Mentioned he's the leading receiver. He's been the team's leading receiver for the past 2 years and again this season. Hard count, Teal jumps, free play, Grove City gonna go deep, looking for Ritchie, pass overthrown, incomplete, but great decision there by Pell off the hard count. He knew he had a free play and went for the end zone with Ritchie as that pass was incomplete, again overthrown around the 20-yard line area, but it's gonna be a free pickup of 5 yards here for the Wolverines.
We were at 3rd and 5. I don't know if this football is gonna make it past the first down marker. Not sure where they were at. Gonna spot it. Looks like a first down. Far side official is signaling for the chains to be moved.
Yep, far side official says first down, so move the sticks, and they will. First down off the offsides penalty on the Teal Tomcats. Now Teal trying to jump the snap, and Pell caught that aggressive nature and turned into over-aggressive nature, at least on that play, as far as the offsides penalty is concerned. 1st and 10, Wolverines. Under a minute to play in the first quarter. Mastery up the gut, slips a tackle to 40, and now men chasing him down inside the 20. It tackled around the 17-yard line. For the Tomcats, the tackle made from behind by Christopher Jones. But there, the muscle displayed early, and then Mastery, it was time to chase him down from there. Tomcats did eventually catch him with the pursuit, but that's not the scenario. You don't want Mastery all alone in your defensive backfield like that.
No, tough enough to bring down when he's between the tackles. You don't want to give him open space, especially with a defensive back in his way or having to run him down.
1st and 10, ball officially marked at the 18. Mastery, the sidecar to the left for Pell, wing back in motion. And it's a give to Mastery going right side.
Number 41, Steve Mastery on the carry again, tackled down.
Thrown down by Jack Sindlinger, a 5'9", 170-pound junior from Linesville High School. 55 tackles entering today's play. And that 2-yard pickup by Mastery will be the final play of the first quarter. So through one. It's a tie game in the Mercer County Cup contest, rivalry week in the PAC. 7-7 our score on the PAC Sports Network. We'll take a 60-second timeout. And again, we'll be right back on the PAC Sports Network.
Disability affects the lives of over 29,000 people in Fayette, Washington, and Greene counties. Tri-County Patriots for Independent Living are people with and without disabilities working to meet those needs in the community. The success of Triple comes from the commitment of a dedicated board of directors, its members, and volunteers. To continue to improve services, Triple is renovating the historical YWCA building located at 42 West Maiden Street in Washington. This will allow for an assistive internet cafe, increased veteran services, and transportation and wellness to provide skills to help with independent living. Your help and feedback are appreciated, and if you seek assistance, we're here to help.
We're We're back at Alumni Stadium. The Teal Tomcats and Grove City Wolverines tied 7-7 after 1 quarter of play. We have some first quarter statistics. Total offense to the Wolverines, 115 yards to Teal's 67. And the majority of Teal's yardage coming on that opening possession, a 50-yard drive that was capped on a 1-yard rushing touchdown by Andrew Smith. The Wolverines 1 touchdown, a 5-yard run by Steve Maskery, and the Wolverines on the march again. 2nd down and 8 from the Teal 16-yard line, and it is an option play. Ritchie looking to pass, as a man wide open in the end zone. Touchdown. Some trickery there for the Grove City Wolverines, and Patrick Donahue all alone for the Wolverines. The 6'1", 250-pound junior from Forest Hills High School says thank you very much. Wolverines back ahead.
Well, we're talking about all the options in the Grove City attack. Running the ball, that time there was an option play. Fake the dive play to Maskery, toss the end around to Ritchie, and he actually had the option to run that one for a while as well, but found his teammate in the end zone, and a little trickeration from Grove City.
Well, Ritchie likes to catch the ball so much that time he said, I'll try the other end of this. I'll throw one for a touchdown. Donahue with the reception, and the points for the Wolverines. Extra point attempts by Ryan Stewart is up and through the uprights, and it's 14-7. Grove City leading the Teal Tomcats. We'll take a quick break, 30-second timeout on the PAC Sports Network.
We're here at Sport Clips, the new just for guys haircutting place, to see what the buzz is about. How was it?
Nice cut, nice price, professional stylist. Doesn't get any better than this.
There's sports on TV at every chair.
I got an awesome haircut, steam towel treatment, neck and shoulder massage. I went all the way!
What are you waiting for? Sport Clips is now in your neighborhood. At Sport Clips, guys win.
With 2 locations in Washington County, at the McMurray Shops in Peters Township and at Trinity Point in Washington.
Patrick Donahue, a 16-yard touchdown catch from Anthony Ritchie on the trick play, the reverse option pass, and Ritchie had Patrick Donahue so wide open. It's one of those plays where sometimes you get nervous, that's how wide open he was. But Ritchie with the accurate touchdown pass, 16-yarder, and the Wolverines have the lead 14-7. Kickoff by Cole McCandless. Tim Kennedy receives at his own 6-yard line, angles left now, trying to find the seam along the left hash. It is tackled at the 26-yard line by the Wolverine special teamers, and Zach Zacco, one of those on the tackle.
Brandon Behringer.
We're talking about total yardage to this point, and Grove City has owned that, and now they own the scoreboard. And really the difference in the total yardage was taking place toward the end of the first quarter on that march by the Wolverines, while they capped the drive early in the second quarter. First and 10, Teal Tomcats. And it's the senior Smith back in the game. Rolls out right. Pass complete to Tim Walker. First down, out of bounds at the 43-yard line. Walker's the man who caught a 77-yard touchdown pass from Andrew Smith last week that forced overtime against Westminster. So those two combining as heroes to force OT. And Andrew Smith, his 4-touchdown performance, I have to stress, he came off the bench and threw 4 touchdowns from the fourth quarter on. Excellent performance by Andrew Smith, and again it was Tim Walker who was the recipient of a 77-yard touchdown pass. That pass came on a 4th and 10 with just over a minute to go. Here's a fumbled handoff, and the ball bounces into a pileup. The Wolverines claim they have it, and the officials agree. The line judge on the near sideline says Grove City football. The tussle on the bottom of the pile continues, but it's irrelevant. The officials have signaled Grove City football. Who is it at the bottom of that pile for the Wolverines? It looked like the ball just bounced right into the arms of Manwaring. Well, he's all over the field anyway with tackle after tackle. That time, as he was duking it out on a lead block, the fumbled handoff bounced right into his arms on the ground. Manwaring, first turnover of the day, goes to the Wolverines.
It looked like the timing of that play was kind of messed up initially anyway. I'm not sure if the handoff was even clean, if Smith even handed it to the back. It looked like he was trying to run a stretch play, and the timing was mixed up. The ball was on the turf, and Manwaring came up with it. Grove City in business again, up 7.
A chance to take control here in the first half. Pelt, pump and go. And he'll throw deep for Ritchie. And they're caught in a tie-up again. Remember, tie goes to the receiver. Ritchie pulls it away for the touchdown. A 42-yard touchdown pass. Pell to Anthony Ritchie.
Nope. Not wasting any time there. Showed the out, turned into the out and up, and Ritchie with the step on the defender. Pell put it right there. Grove City, 2 touchdowns and 2 offensive plays.
Wow, Ritchie, who threw a touchdown pass the last time the Wolverines offense was on the field. This time, back to what he normally does. He's more accustomed to that. Hauls it in the end zone. And again, he was caught up with Rob Edwards, who had his hands on the football as well, but Ritchie pulled it away. Extra point. Good snap. Good old Ryan Stewart makes it 21-7 Wolverines. 30-second timeout coming up. We'll be right back on the PAC Sports Network.
When you are in need of fast, affordable, and professional voiceovers, contact TimeAd Productions. TimeAd Productions offers voice services for business presentations, documentary narrations, radio, television, imaging, and commercials, movie trailers, corporate phone systems, websites, audiobooks, and more. Visit or contact us online at www.timeadproductions.com.
Back at Alumni Stadium, the Teal Tomcats on their opening possession moved down the field for a touchdown to take a 7-0 lead. It was a 50-yard drive, capped on a 1-yard run, QB sneak by Andrew Smith. Since then, 3 unanswered touchdowns by the Grove City Wolverines, the latest coming after a fumble recovery by Ben Manwaring, and then immediately next play, a pump and go. Anthony Ritchie with a 42-yard touchdown catch from Brian Pell. On the kick return, Tim Kennedy, far sideline, near the 40-yard line on the return. So the Tomcats will try to respond here in the Mercer County Cup game. For Brian Pell, that touchdown pass is 9th of the season. For Anthony Ritchie, his 4th touchdown catch of the year. We talked about those 2 individuals earlier, that they both played at the same high school at Wheaton Academy, and talk a lot, or heard a lot about Matt Bliss and Alex Barafio with W&J, how they are so in sync with each other, having both played at Bethel Park High School and have been together all 4 years of high school and college. Well, the same scenario for Pell and Ritchie. They're both seniors, both played at the same high school. They have that 6th sense, and we saw a little bit of it on that last touchdown pass, Pell to Ritchie. But right now it's Teal on the offense. 1st and 10 from their own 40-yard line. Handoff going left side, and Josh Potter cuts it up the middle. Nice first down gainer for Josh Potter inside Grove City territory to the 47.
And that's important for Teal to not get away from what they're good at. What they're good at on offense is the run game. Even though they're trailing 14 points early in the second quarter, don't deviate from your game plan. Stick with the run. Stick with what got you that first 7 points, and hopefully answer this gigantic punch that Grove City is throwing your way.
Yeah, Teal offense that is second in the conference in rushing offense, averaging 197 yards per game. So as you said, stick to that ground attack. And first play after the Grove City touchdown, Teal does stick with the ground. And here is Potter again, trying to go right, but not much there. Grove City defensive line, Brent Veerman, the nose tackle, 6 foot, 266-pound sophomore with the stop. 35 tackles this season for Veerman. Also leads the Wolverines with 3.5 sacks. So part of that stop holds Potter to a 1-yard gain.
And that 2 wide receiver set, 1 on each side for Teal. Grove City just has a corner on each receiver and a safety over the top. So 8 in the box against the run. Maybe Teal might want to think about maybe a play action, maybe some kind of screen here. Haven't heard a whole lot from Baron Group so far, the outstanding tight end for Teal. Maybe they'll try and get him the ball.
Feds it in motion right to left. Play action fake, as Justin said. Look for the pass. There he is, and Fedson open in Grove City territory. Makes a move at the 20-yard line, and he will take it to the house. Teal Tomcats with the touchdown, and it's now a 21-13 contest.
Now that's how you draw it up. We'll play action, find a receiver, open over the middle, slip a tackle, and feds it into the end zone, and that is how you answer a 21-point surge by Grove City if you're the Tomcats.
46-yard touchdown pass. And for Andrew Smith, his 10th touchdown pass of the season. For Fedson, that's his 5th touchdown reception. Extra point for John Fennick is true. And so Teal emphatically answers the Grove City touchdown with a 46-yard strike. Smith to Fedson. 30-second timeout coming up on the PAC Sports Network.
You're seriously in debt. You know that feeling. It returns every time the phone rings. Things are out of control. A job you were counting on didn't come through, or you got sick. No matter how it got to this point, your creditors don't care or understand, but I do. It's not too late. I can help. If you're embarrassed, overwhelmed, or frustrated, don't be. I'm not here to judge. I'm here to help, and you do need help. Please call me. There is a way out, and I'll get you there.
(21-14) now our score early in the second quarter, so Teal responds with a 46-yard touchdown pass. Andrew Smith to Matt Fedson. And the kickoff by Cody McClellan will sail into the arms of Klobuchar at the 20-yard line. Had to hustle in to haul that kickoff into his chest and tackle around the 35-yard line.
McClellan's kick returned by number 11.
But Justin Piles, are you calling the plays for the Teal Tomcats today?
I am not. Just had a good thought on that last play, I guess. Fedson did the nice work after the catch, shrugging off the defender, able to find some space and free running from there.
Basically man on man, and then with Fedson in motion, evidently the Tomcats liked the scenario of having Fedson in the slot, and that worked out to perfection. Had that one man to beat after making the catch. Once he put a nice juke move on him, that was all she wrote for the touchdown. Maskery up the middle for a yard. Second down and 9 upcoming for the Wolverines. Tackle made for the Tomcats by Ryan Althausen. Althausen, 6'3", 220-pound senior from Hudson, Ohio, and Hudson High School. Althausen, 42 tackles coming into this season with 3 sacks as well. Has led the, excuse me, that was R.J. Molson, my apologies. I have that wrong sheet. R.J. Molson from Greenville High School with the tackle. I'll get it all straightened out. Second down and 9. Pell. Pass complete to the near sideline at the 43-yard line. As Khalil Irvin with the reception. Dropped immediately, but good gain on second down. Now let me give the man his rightful due. R.J. Molson, who made the tackle on first down. He's one of the local guys for the Tomcats out of Greenville High School. 6', 229-pound senior. He enters today's action with 45 tackles and 2 sacks and also a forced fumble. He's a transfer from Mount Union. And of course, you know Mount Union at the Division III level. It's a pretty good,
yeah, they're all right.
Pretty good program they have there. Handoff Maskery on third down, has the first down, carries a tackler for about 10 yards inside the 40-yard line of the Teal Tomcats.
So Christopher Jones for a ride, and it's all Jones could do to get him off his feet. Touchdown-saving tackle for the Tomcats, but Maskery more and more finding more running room and being able to shrug off these Tomcat defenders or would-be tacklers.
Well, Jones was latched on like a backpack, more or less, for Maskery. And eventually able to ride him down. So a little rodeo on the workhorse, as he was described by Coach Chris Smith, the workhorse Maskery. Handoff right side, bounces off a tackler, spins his way inside the 30.
Number 41, Steve Maskery on the run, tackled by number 6 for the
tackle Brandon Wolf for the Teal Tomcats. Wolf, 6', 170-pound sophomore out of Reynolds High School.
On the Tomcat 29-yard line.
Second down and short yardage, 2nd and 1 after a pickup of 9 by Maskery. And this time it's a keeper by Pell, has the first down and plenty of space up the middle. Eventually tripped up around the 20-yard line by the Tomcats. Tackle by Jack Sindlinger for Teal.
Sindlinger, that's a Wolverine first down.
They really don't have a whole lot of answers on the Teal side for this rushing attack of the Wolverines. They're doing it every which way. That time the quarterback called his own number. Checking out some of the scores around the conference. The one everybody's watching right now, Waynesburg up 7-6 on W&J. Touchdown aside, but W&J unable to convert an extra point attempt.
First and 10 Wolverines, and it's another keeper by Pell. Trying to bounce it outside left, but tripped up by Sindlinger as he wraps himself around the ankles.
Oh, and if he bounces it outside, he might be gone. He just had that one edge to get.
Gain of 3.
A couple other scores: Westminster 17, Geneva 7. That's in the second quarter. Bethany, last I saw, up 20-0 on St. Vincent, and Thomas More in non-conference action up 21-10 over Mount St. Joseph's. Obviously, that game does not affect the conference standings.
Shotgun for Pell, 2nd and 7. Maskery up the gut, wrapped up low by R.J. Molson of the Teal Tomcats. Maskery limited yardage on that carry, gets 2. So 3rd down and 5. R.J. Molson mentioned the transfer from Mount Union, and Coach Kurt Reiser had said that he really wished that Molson had started his entire career at Teal because of just an infectious attitude that he brings to the Teal locker room. Just an enthusiasm that he lights up the whole team. High snap handle by Pell. Handoff Maskery left side. Oh, it's a keeper by Pell. A great fake. My apologies. That is the wing back, Sam Ivan, going right side. Boy, I thought that was Maskery going left. And then meanwhile, the play went right. Good thing Teal was all over it because they were able to stop that one for a 4th down.
Yeah, good thing you're not playing defense.
Yeah, goodness gracious. I was following Maskery until I realized everyone else was going right.
Well, we got a timeout on the field right now called by Grove City.
Well, I bit the fake. Timeout, Grove City. They'll think about things here on a 4th and 10 with just over 8 minutes to play in the second quarter. 21-14, Wolverines leading. We'll take a 30-second timeout as well on the PAC Sports Network. Fourth down and 10 for the Wolverines at the Teal 22-yard line out of the Grove City timeout. Mentioned that Grove City is best of the conference in 3rd down conversions. They're not bad in 4th down conversions either, hitting at a 50% rate. And as Grove City comes out in a unique formation, now Teal wants a timeout.
Chess game.
We'll keep it here for the time being now with our second timeout coming back to back with the Teal Tomcats trailing Grove City right now 21-14. This would be a big stop for Kurt Reiser's defense if he could come up with one. If you're Grove City, obviously it would be a huge conversion if you could obtain it with the way their offense has been so efficient. And that's the way they play, a very efficient type of offense, close to the vest. And so far, so good for the Wolverines, although I say close to the vest, but one of their touchdowns has come on a trick play.
Well, calculated risk, calculated chances. We've seen a couple of explosive plays, one on the end around, the Ritchie touchdown pass, and then the one on the fake out pump and go, and just knowing when to pick your spot, basically.
All right, here we go again. Again, unique setup here, at least to begin. Well, they'll snap it, and going left for Ritchie. And a jump ball. Ritchie makes the catch for the touchdown. Flag is thrown, and I believe that's going to be a defensive penalty, as it looked like Rob Edwards reached out and tried to snag Ritchie from getting behind him, but he was unable to accomplish that. But we'll wait for the official word. If it stands, it'll be a 22-yard touchdown pass, Pell to Ritchie, unless the official's going to call it the other way.
I know it looked to me like the Teal defensive back was grabbing Ritchie as he went past him, but went up over top of the Teal defensive back, and it will be on the defense. Ritchie going up, catching that ball over top of the Teal defensive back, and for a second touchdown reception of the day, also factored in on that pass we were talking about a moment ago. So helper on 3 of the 4 touchdowns so far for Grove City.
Touchdown with just under 8 minutes to go before halftime. And on a 4th and 10, Ritchie, as we called it, a jump ball, reached up and pulled that ball in just over top of the defender, Rob Edwards, who again had interfered. We have a little trouble on that hold. The extra point is no good. Off the hold there, Grove City's Drew Chory had some trouble, bobbled it, and threw the timing off on the extra point attempt, so it is no good. 27-14, Grove City with the lead, with again just under 8 minutes to play before halftime. We'll take a break on the PAC Sports Network.
3 generations, Sharps Furniture has been proud to serve Southwestern PA with their brand of personal service. Being an authorized dealer for Lazy Boy, they are dedicated to providing the finest quality products made here in the US of A. Looking for custom upholstery? Sharps carries a large selection of upholstery to choose from, all made in America. And their friendly staff will deliver right to your front door. Sharps Furniture, your authorized Lazy Boy dealer. Family owned, family operated since 1917. Located just off I-70, exit 19B in Washington, PA.
2-yard touchdown pass, Pell to Ritchie. Second time they have hooked up today. And as you mentioned, Justin Ritchie also with a touchdown pass this afternoon. We'll talk more about that touchdown play in just a moment as Cole McCandless with the kickoff. High end over end kick received by Kennedy. Backpedaling at his own 7-yard line. Tries to angle near sideline, and he is taken down, so went a long way for minimal yardage, sideline to sideline. The tackle for the Grove City Wolverines, Jason Skirm, the 6', 200-pound junior. But that touchdown pass, as we were speaking of, the unique alignment to start, and it was basically just your center, Ron Dornan, with the snap to Brian Pell. The rest of the offensive line was wide right.
The rest of the offense was wide right. It was just Ritchie out left with the center to snap the ball to Pell. Just a jump ball, basically. Ritchie went up and got it.
Teal at their own 14-yard line, pinned back as Smith takes a shotgun snap, design, draw, run across the 30. Gets around a tackler, bobbles the football, but hangs on as he takes a hit from Klobuchar out of bounds around the 37, 38-yard line.
Wow. Andrew Smith lucky to hold on to that ball. And
First down.
bobbling that as he reached the sidelines, took a shot, a wallop from Klobuchar, but able to hang on. I thought that had disaster written all over it as he's juggling that ball, trying to tiptoe the sideline. Boy, the seats parted there once he went quarterback draw. He ran through the line. There was nobody there for Grove City.
And Slater Simic, defensive back, he was caught in a bad spot trying to tackle Andrew Smith. No matter what decision he made as he was twisting and turning, it was going to be the wrong one. Smith got around him, and there was no hit that forced the juggling act. He just bobbled it and was fortunate to hang on as, again, he took the hit by Klobuchar out of bounds near sideline. Timeout called by the Teal Tomcats. And down 27-14 are the Tomcats with over 7 minutes to play in the second quarter. We'll take a quick break as well. 30-second timeout on the PAC Sports Network.
We're here at Sport Clips, the new just for guys haircutting place, to see what the buzz is about. How was it?
Nice cut, nice price, professional stylist. Doesn't get any better than this.
There's sports on TV at every chair.
I got an awesome haircut, steam towel treatment, neck and shoulder massage. I went all the way!
What are you waiting for? Sport Clips is now in your neighborhood. At Sport Clips, guys win.
With 2 locations in Washington County, at the McMurray Shops in Peters Township and at Trinity Point in Washington.
First and 10 for the Teal Tomcats after a season-long run, 24-yard run by Andrew Smith. And before the first and 10 play, the Tomcats calling a timeout. And we mentioned the difference between the two quarterbacks, the sophomore Ryan Radke and the senior Andrew Smith. He's not as much the running type of quarterback, but showed some good legs there. And a deep ball, man open. Walker makes the catch inside the 40-yard line to the 35 of Grove City. Is beaten on the play, Slater Simic.
Not sure if he was wanting to hit Potter, but looked to the running back's way on the inside screen and instead went over the top to Walker, who had a step on the Grove City defensive back.
Now, Tim Walker, 6', 180-pound junior from Warrensville Heights High School in Ohio. Mentioned that was the hookup last week to force overtime. Smith to Walker, and they come through again. Big first down pickup. Teal trailing 27-14. Shotgun for Smith. Handoff Potter. And upended at the 34-yard line and then pushed backwards. He was met down low by the nose tackle, Brent Veerman. Veerman was caught up in a block, but still managed to bring that play to a screeching halt, and then the rest of his friends finished off the play with Potter.
After that last touchdown drive by Teal, you see Grove City now employing 2 safeties again, at least on that last play, knowing that Teal shown that air attack.
No, 46-yard touchdown pass will change your philosophy in a hurry. 2nd down and 8, 2-yard run moments ago by Potter. And it's a play-action roll left. Smith has tight end Baron Groob, who makes the catch at the 25-yard line. Tackle made by Simic. Flag is thrown in the area of the tackle as well.
This could be defensive holding. Tim Walker trying to put his pad back into his shirt. I don't know which way this will go.
Now Smith, from his visible reaction, showing displeasure, so it appears that Teal will be called for an infraction.
A couple of Walker and one of the defensive players for Grove City were tangled up a little farther downfield.
And the flag will be waved off. So that'll make the Teal contingent, and especially Andrew Smith, much happier. So first down pickup to tight end Baron Groob, all PAC member from a year ago, 6'5", 255-pound junior from Peters Township High School, but originally from Germany. Talk more about him in a bit. That's his 15th catch of the season. Coach Kurt Reiser said that he liked the matchup with his athletic tight end Groob and some of the Grove City linebackers, so don't be surprised if they go back to Groob again. Handoff Potter up the middle, slips a tackle from Veerman and gets across the 20 to the 18, 17-yard line of Grove City. Nice pickup on first down.
Yeah, more of a delay that time. Took a little bit for that handoff to develop, but Potter hit that hole very quickly. Picked up 6 yards.
We're talking about Baron Groob from Germany. Came to the U.S. because he had enjoyed American-style football so much. He wasn't so much into soccer. Of course, in Europe, soccer is the sport of choice, but didn't so much like it as a youth, so was a foreign exchange student at Peters Township High School where he played football and now playing college football here at Teal. Handoff Potter. Spins his way for a couple of yards to the 15-yard line, and an exceptional athlete runs a 4.9 40-yard dash. So a guy at 6'5", 255 runs a 4.9 40-yard dash. That is pretty impressive. And Coach Kurt Reiser said that they were very fortunate to have him at Teal, and said he's a gem is how he described him. He said he is a gem, and rare to find a guy of his size and ability. And Baron Groob lines up as a tight end right side here on a 3rd down and short, 3rd and 2. Option play right. Smith gonna keep it as the corner. 5 takes a hit near the goal line. He's in. Touchdown, Andrew Smith and the Teal Tomcats.
That's a Tomcat touchdown.
Yeah, option look around the right end. No Wolverine out there to meet him, so he just decided to tuck it and go, and ended up finding the end zone. Kind of a John Elway helicopter spin there at the end of that run.
15-yard touchdown run by Andrew Smith.
Remember that Super Bowl?
That's right. A la John Elway in the Super Bowl against the Green Bay Packers. Extra point attempt by John Fennick is up, and it's good. So an important extra point there for the Teal Tomcats, as they're down by just 6, 27-21 with over 4 minutes to go in the second quarter. We'll be back after a 30-second break on the PAC Sports Network.
When you are in need of fast, affordable, and professional voiceovers, contact TimeAd Productions. TimeAd Productions offers voice services for business presentations, documentary narrations, radio, television, imaging, and commercials, movie trailers, corporate phone systems, websites, audiobooks, and more. Visit or contact us online at www.timeadproductions.com.
So the Teal Tomcats, again, down by 1 score, although it's a 6-point affair at this point. 27-21. after a 15-yard rushing touchdown by Andrew Smith. That's his second rushing score of the afternoon, giving him 3 for the season. This time, kind of a pooch kickoff there, received by Klobuchar near the 20, and is stacked up around the 38-yard line of the Wolverines. Wes Schmidt, a part of the stop on special teams for the Teal Tomcats. Schmidt, as we talked about, the PAC Defensive Player of the Week after a 14-tackle performance against Westminster last week. Wes Schmidt from Katanning High School. He's a 5'9", 215-pound junior. And Schmidt also, he owns the Katanning track and field javelin distance record. 164 feet, 2 inches.
I don't want to know how you found that, but that's awesome.
Wes Schmidt. 1st and 10 for the Wolverines, and this is the loss of yardage. As Mascry. This is the key for Teal defensively. If you can get the Mascry in the backfield or get him low around the ankles, as R.J. Molson has done several times tonight, that's in your best interest. Mascry at times has run rampant through the Tomcats, and we've seen him in the defensive backfield, and that's not a position. If you're Teal, that's not where you want to see Mr. Mascry. If you're the Wolverines, that's exactly what you want.
Yeah, you want to meet Mascry at the handoff, basically. Don't let him get started.
2nd down and 10, no gain officially on that last run. Pell scrambling for his life, chased by McClellan. Throws the ball incomplete in the area of Anthony Ritchie. And now 3rd down and long for the Wolverines, 3rd and 10.
I think someone ran the wrong route along the near sideline. You had Gonzago and Ritchie both in the same area running comebacks to the sideline. Pell, in his best interest, not try to throw that ball into traffic, just throw it at the feet of one of his receivers and live to see 3rd down. I think a receiver ran the wrong route or something happened, because you don't normally see 2 receivers in the same area running the same route.
From the 37-yard line, 3rd down and 10 for the Wolverines. And several different players moving early there on the left side of the line. Wolverines petitioning that someone from Teal jump, and I don't know about that one.
Isn't it great when you see the entire left side of the line move and immediately start pointing fingers at the defense? No, we were drawn. But
yeah, it will be indeed a false start, as we suspected. So 5-yard penalty makes it 3rd and 15. So for the team with the best 3rd down conversion rate of the conference, and 46% faced with a 3rd and 15 from their own 32.
Hey, this is a big play here in first half. If Grove City converts, obviously they keep the football, but if they can't, Teal will get the football back with around 3 minutes left on the clock, maybe a little inside 3 minutes if Grove City decides to go conservative, draw or screen or something of that nature.
Shotgun for Pell. Takes the shotgun snap. 2-man rush. Is now an outside linebacker coming in. Pass lofted toward the far sideline. Incomplete. There's a Teal player down and also a flag thrown. The intended target for Grove City was Zach Gonzago.
The injured player might be Cody McClellan.
Yeah, look, that is McClellan down as he gets a look from the athletic training staff from Teal. See what the penalty is about in the area of holding, and it is a holding penalty on the Wolverines and declined by the Teal Tomcats. So 4th down upcoming for the Wolverines, and Teal will get the football back, and we certainly wish the best here to Cody McClellan. He is the punter, kickoff specialist, and a defensive lineman for the Tomcats. Cody McClellan, the 6'1", 220-pound junior out of Freeport High School, 18 tackles this year, a sack and 3 passes batted from his DN position. He's back up on his feet and walking off under his own power, so that is a nice sight to see. All PAC honorable mention selection last year, Cody McClellan. And also a part of a play known here at Teal as the play, quote, end quote, the play. Helped end a 24-game losing streak with an overtime touchdown pass to Baron Grube on a botched field goal attempt. So he was in to actually kick a field goal, was McClellan. The ball off the snap bounced into his arms, and McClellan threw a touchdown pass to Baron Grube that, again, helped snap a 24-game losing streak for Teal. So an exceptional moment, and McClellan was a part of that. The punt is away and will bounce out of bounds near sideline. Not the best of punts there.
Looks like about the 38-yard line, so Till will be about 60, 62 yards away from the end zone with 3:25 on the clock. Plenty of time here with one timeout.
So a bit of a shank there from Anthony Marnegian, the Grove City punter. And now the Teal Tomcats trailing by just 6.
And again, with that amount of time on the clock, they could go for the, run the football. Don't have to go for it here. Just run your offense.
I formation right now, and it is a run. Potter with some space. Got a crease off left guard as he is tackled around the 44-yard line of the Tomcats. So gain of 6 on first down.
Makes it 2nd and 4 for the Tomcat offense.
Teal, for the time being, taking their time.
Yeah, no real reason to rush here with 2nd down. First down's not a given here, 2nd and 4. So just eat some time off. If you have to punt it, you don't want Grove City to have a ton of time left. And you're content maybe with playing a field position game. Obviously, you'd like points here before halftime, but if you need to, that card's always available to play.
Shotgun snap to Smith. Now will be flushed from the pocket, has the first down, tackled around the 44-yard line of Grove City, so in Wolverines territory. And again, using his legs. Andrew Smith already with 2 rushing touchdowns today.
Sometimes you talk about quarterbacks and you talk about how confident they look in the pocket, starting to complete throws, and how their confidence starts to get throwing the ball, being able to complete it to a wide variety of receivers. I feel like Andrew Smith is getting confident with his legs, knowing when to tuck it and run instead of sitting back there trying to find an open receiver once the play breaks down. And he's starting to gain a lot more confidence being able to head upfield.
Play action. Smith wants to go deep, fires a pass, open is Groob at the 20, plows over a man at the 15-yard line, and tackled around the 40. There's the big tight end, Baron Groob.
Get him the ball more. Looking good after the catch.
Slater Simic credited for the tackle, but he was left with tire marks. Baron Groob. 1st and 10 for the Teal Tomcats at the 13-yard line, officially marked with under 2 minutes to play.
I go right back to him here. Maybe something over the middle.
Man in motion right to left is Fedson.
Nope.
Tailback out of the eye gets the carry. Josh Potter sifts his way for a couple of yards. Pickup of 3 on first down. Brings up a 2nd and 7. Under a minute and a half to go before halftime. And again, Teal's still in a spot where really they can take their time because they're so close to the end zone now.
Potter's had a nice afternoon on the ground. That's his 11th carry now. Close to 60 yards, 59 yards.
Now Josh Wanamaker out with an ankle injury, the freshman who is actually the leading rusher on the season for the Teal Tomcats, but he and Potter split carries quite a bit. And Potter, the starter and sophomore. Fedson again in motion. He's in the right slot, and it's an option play right. Smith will pitch it out right to Potter. It's a few yards there, but nice pursuit from the Grove City defense as Joe Diani with the tackle, the free safety.
Grove City able to string out that option. Smith unable to get to the boundary and able to keep Teal out of the end zone. Now the Tomcats will call timeout inside a minute on the clock.
And we'll keep it here for a 3rd down at the 7-yard line of Grove City. Under a minute to play in the first half, and Teal Tomcats a touchdown and an extra point and jump back ahead in this game. The Tomcats race down the field on the opening possession, a 50-yard drive that was capped on a 1-yard touchdown run by Andrew Smith. And Grove City rolled off 3 straight touchdowns, a 5-yard run by Steve Maskery, a reverse pass from Anthony Ritchie to tight end Patrick Donahue, 16-yard strike there, and then a 42-yard pitching catch from Pell to Ritchie, and that was after a fumble recovery by Ben Manwaring. Then after that, Teal responded, 46-yard touchdown pass, Andrew Smith to Matt Fedson. Grove City with an answer, Pell to Ritchie, this time from 22 yards out. That was on a 4th down and 10 play, coming at 7:59 to go in the second quarter. And Teal with a 15-yard run by Andrew Smith cut the score to 27-21. And here we are now, Teal with a 3rd down and 4 from the Grove City 7-yard line. Most of the points scored in this game have come in the second quarter. It was 7-7 after 1 quarter. Scoring has been very frequent in the second. In the shotgun is Smith. As Potter's a sidecar to the right, brings Fedson in motion right to left as the left slot. With 3 wide, Smith looks left, now scrambles up the middle, tackle from behind, and it appears he is just shy of the first down. Tackle from behind by Ryan Althausen. And so 4th down and 1, and the kicking unit is on for the Tomcats. Time running here with 26 seconds and counting.
And don't have to snap this ball until, well, they're pretty much in sync, looks like, play clock and the game clock.
And pretty close to it. For the field goal attempt is John Fennick. He's 6 of 8 on field goals this season with a long of 39. This will be a 21-yard attempt as Teal will wait till the last moment to snap it. Good hold, kick is up, and the field goal is good. So Teal trims it to a 27-24 ball game as we head to the locker room intermission from Alumni Stadium. So it's been an exciting first half so far. We'll take a break, a 60-second timeout. Come back and talk about this one for a bit on the PAC Sports Network.
Disability affects the lives of over 29,000 people in Fayette, Washington, and Greene counties. Tri-County Patriots for Independent Living are people with and without disabilities working to meet those needs in the community. The success of Triple comes from the commitment of a dedicated board of directors, its members, and volunteers. To continue to improve services, Triple is renovating the historical YWCA building located at 42 West Maiden Street in Washington. This will allow for an assistive internet cafe, increased veteran services, and transportation and wellness to provide skills to help with independent living. Your help and feedback are appreciated, and if you seek assistance, we're here to help.
There's also the women's lacrosse team. Last year in the spring, the Teal College women's
Welcome back to Alumni Stadium. The Teal Tomcats trailing the Grove City Wolverines today, 27-24. Very entertaining first half. Justin Piles back and forth quite a bit. While Grove City, you kind of got the sense at a certain point that they might be taking control of the game, but Teal, really the big touchdown for Teal was the 46-yard touchdown pass from Andrew Smith early in the second quarter to Matt Fedson, because that was at the point where Grove City had recovered a fumble, deep pass right after the fumble, a 42-yard touchdown pass from Brian Pell to Anthony Ritchie, and it looked at that point with the quick strike that Grove City perhaps might be taking control, but Teal ensuing possession, the 46-yard touchdown pass from Smith to Fedson really allowed the back-and-forth nature to continue in this game, and it's a 3-point game at halftime.
Yeah, right after that fumble recovery, when Grove City went for the deep ball, completed it, and scored that touchdown, that to me was saying, okay, we're going to try and take this game under control, trying to put it out of reach now before halftime, but Teal able to come back right after that with that Fedson touchdown reception. Since then, Teal's kind of had the momentum, trying to keep Grove City in their sights and able to whittle that lead, which was 14 down to 3 right before halftime. But we talked about the running game a lot in the open, but it's really been play of the quarterbacks, timely play of the quarterbacks that have kept these drives going, have been able to set up these scoring plays with, if it's not a touchdown pass, certainly a long pass down the field to set up a touchdown. And both quarterbacks playing great football right now. No turnovers through the air between them, although you did mention the one fumble. But they're doing a nice job in limited attempts of directing their offense through the air.
Yeah, that's been the only turnover. The fumble lost by the Teal Tomcats that led to the long-distance touchdown pass from Ritchie, from Brian Pell to Anthony Ritchie. Let's give you very quickly the scoring recap, and then once we're done with that, we'll dissect the statistics more so when we come back before the third quarter. And just to alert our producer, Dave Floyd, what we're going to do here is we'll give you the scoring recap, and then we'll go to our standby graphic for the remainder of halftime before we come back for the third quarter. So you can get that on tap ready for us. But the Teal Tomcats, their opening drive rumbled 50 yards for a score on 6 plays. A 1-yard rushing touchdown by Andrew Smith made it 7-0 Tomcats. For Grove City, they answered with a 6-play 45-yard drive that was capped on a 5-yard run by Steve Maskery to make make it 7-7. Grove City on the march late in the first quarter would punctuate the drive early in the second quarter. 16-yard reverse pass, Anthony Ritchie to Pat Donahue, the wide-open tight end on the play, and that was an 89-yard march, made it 14-7 Grove City. After a fumble by the Tomcats recovered by Ben Manwaring at the 42-yard line of Teal, Anthony Ritchie hauled in a 42-yard touchdown pass on a pump and go from Brian Pell, and it was 21-7 Wolverines. And as we were talking about, really key drive for Teal as they responded a 3-play drive. Andrew Smith to Matt Fedson for a 46-yard touchdown effort, 21-14. The score was cut, but as has been the topsy-turvy nature of the game, the Wolverines would drive down the field again, a 9-play, 64-yard drive, and on a 4th and 10 from the 22-yard line, Anthony Ritchie with a jump ball reception from quarterback Brian Pell up the Wolverines' lead to 27-14. The extra point attempt failed. Teal with a 15-yard rushing touchdown by Andrew Smith with 4:22 to go in the second quarter. Cut the lead to 27-21 Wolverines. And then right before halftime, John Fennick with a 21-yard field goal, ending a 7-play, 58-yard drive to make it 27-24. And Justin, you have, I know you were checking scores. Do you have anything new before we go to our standby?
Yeah, W&J just scored a touchdown, now 12-7. Extra point attempt upcoming, and Westminster and Geneva 20-14. That game close to halftime with the Titans in the lead. I'll get you some more scores when we come back after halftime.
All right, so more scores, more stats, and more of this football game. The Mercer County Cup on the line, 27-24 Grove City at intermission. We'll be back on the PAC Sports Network. welcome back to Greenville, Pennsylvania in Alumni Stadium on the PAC Sports Network. It is the Mercer County Cup game, and so far so good. It's been a very entertaining contest. 27-24, Grove City leading at the half. Both teams ready to come out for half number 2. Let's give you some halftime numbers. Total yards going with the Teal Tomcats, 287 yards to 237 for the Wolverines, although part of that has to do with the one turnover of the game, which was a fumble lost by the Tomcats and recovered by Ben Manwaring of the Wolverines, and they converted that short field into a touchdown to the Wolverines on one play, a 42-yard touchdown pass from Brian Pell to Anthony Ritchie. Rushing yardage, pretty close, 139 for Grove City, 130 for the Teal Tomcats, and rushing yardage going to Teal, 157 on the ground on 24 rushing attempts, 18 carries for 98 yards for the Wolverines. Again, those are the cumulative team totals. For individual numbers, rushing, Andrew Smith, the quarterback for Teal, 70 yards rushing, 2 touchdowns. Josh Potter, 62 yards on 12 carries, averaging 5.2 per carry. For the Tomcats through the air, Smith 5 of 7 for 130 yards and another score. That a passing touchdown to Matt Fedson, a 46-yard reception for Fedson. Overall, Tim Walker, 2 receptions for 43 yards for the Tomcats. For Grove City on the ground, Steve Maskery, 12 carries for 80 yards and 1 touchdown. For the Wolverines through the air, Brian Pell, 7 of 12 for 123 yards and 2 touchdowns. Also, 1 reverse pass by Anthony Ritchie, so he's 1 of 1 for a 16-yard touchdown. Anthony Ritchie is also the leading receiver for the Wolverines, 4 catches for 102 yards already over the century mark with 2 touchdowns. So individually, Anthony Ritchie certainly the standout for the Wolverines. For Teal, Andrew Smith, the senior quarterback, the standout. So building off that strong performance last week, Smith having a big day so far today, and it's resulted in a 27-24 score for Grove City here coming out of halftime.
Definitely not the first half I thought we'd see, just because of the number of points, 51 points in the half, and I really thought the final score would be lower than this, with both teams liking to run the ball, not beating themselves with mistakes, and just dominate time of possession, long drawn-out drives, but hasn't been that case. And it's been a wide-open game so far, and really it's anybody's here to start the second half. Grove City with a 3-point lead will get the ball.
It's been a lot of fun so far. Looking for that fun to continue is the kickoff, a deep one in the end zone. So a touchback to start. And Baron Grube filling in for Cody McClellan. Remember, McClellan was nicked up in the first half, and he's the regular kickoff specialist. So Baron Grube filling in. Well, maybe he's found himself a new job, at least for the last half of this season, this season, and maybe next year. He's just a junior, so we shall see. I'm sure Kurt Reiser will keep note of that. Strong leg, Baron Grube, check. Add that to his arsenal as well. He can do it all. Shotgun for Brian Pell. First down, Wolverines. 1st and 10. It's a keeper spin move around the 30-yard line and tackled at the 31. Stop made by Jack Sindlinger, 5'9", 170-pound junior.
This makes it 2nd and 4 on the 31-yard line.
A gain of 6 on first down. After what was a 1st and 10 from the 25, now 2nd and 4 from the 31 for the Wolverines. Now Pell, the architect for this offense, as he really makes it go. Hands it off this time to Maskery, slips a tackle in the backfield and then falls forward out for a first down to the 37-yard line. If he's able to keep his balance, he might be still running.
Yeah, Brandon Wolf will get credit for that tackle, but it really looked like the turf might have tripped up Maskery as he dodged a tackler and then tripped. But yeah, like you said, Randy, if he stays on his feet, big yardage for him.
1st and 10 Wolverines. Maskery's run good for a first down. Maskery, the sophomore out of Northwestern High School in Pennsylvania. Over 600 yards rushing now in the year. Pell, pass complete, far sideline on an outcut to Khalil Irvin. Irvin, the senior from Phoenixville High School in Malvern, PA.
Going to make it 2nd and short.
Nice gain of 8 there.
Second catch of the afternoon, and 1 for 7 yards. Going into halftime, now 1 for 8 yards in the second half.
Ritchie and Irvin, the top 2 targets, or favorite targets, if you will, for Brian Pell. Pell, the Grove City quarterback, senior year, He's a 3-year starter and the second all-time in Grove City history in passing yards and passing touchdowns. This time it's a running play on 2nd down and 2. And Maskery appears to be, well, let's see, he's near the first down marker, and it will be a first down, so gain of 2 for Maskery. And talking about Brian Pell, second all-time with 4,957 yards entering today's play in Grove City history. Also 34 touchdown passes, again, entering today's action. So he's now up over 5,000 yards all-time, and a couple of touchdown passes this afternoon, up to 36. He will keep it himself, but is met up by Sindlinger, who really bottled that play up and then had some help from his fellow defenders to bring that play to a halt.
A lot of resistance in the middle of that front for Teal. Grove City still staying between the tackles. Haven't seen him kick the ball to the outside. We saw a couple of times they showed an option look in the first half and had pretty good success running the ball to the outside. Sometimes you get to suck that defense in with a lot of runs up the middle, then score it to the outside for a big gain. We'll see if they do that here.
After a 1-yard gain on first down, it's a 2nd and 9 and keeper again for Pell as he is spun down by Wes Schmidt.
A little more running room that time for Pell, straight up the gut.
This is going to make it 3rd and 4 for the Wolverine offense.
Grove City doing a nice job of ball control to start off the second half. Time of possession pretty much even. Teal had a 2-minute advantage in the first half, but Grove City dominated the front part of that first half and keeping the football.
3rd and 3. Quick pass, diving catch made by Irvin. And he'll have the first down at the Teal 42-yard line. Beautiful diving catch right in front of us from our broadcast perspective. Khalil Irvin.
That's a back shoulder throw and maybe a little more difficult than it was designed to be, but Irvin able to bail out his quarterback, catch that ball for a first down.
First and 10 from the Teal 42. Trips to the right side, shotgun for Pell. And will keep it, and probably wishes he didn't because he is buried in the backfield by Wes Schmidt of the Teal Tomcats.
That play was going to get blown up whichever way it went. Our defenders there for Maskery on the fake, and then obviously on the far side, Schmidt there to wrestle down Pell. There's not a whole lot of blocking up front by the Wolverines. Teal getting good penetration into the backfield.
Loss of 3 on that play. 2nd down and 13. Anthony Ritchie split wide right, shotgun for the Wolverines. Wing to the left is now in motion. And rolling out, McClellan lays on a hit. He's back and healthy and trying to make Brian Pell unhealthy. Right in the middle of his back, puts on a hit as Pell was releasing that pass. It flutters to the ground, incomplete, 3rd and 13.
I don't know if Pell saw him or not. He might have felt the pressure because he was rolling out to the right, but luckily for Grove City, as he was going to the turf, getting rid of that football, it didn't end up in the hands of a Teal defender because all types of men out there in gold helmets.
McClellan came in virtually unblocked from the right end defensively. And as you said, perhaps feeling him coming, Pell released that ball just in the nick of time. 3rd down and 13. Pell rolls out right. Across his body, pass complete to Irvin, has the first down, hurdles a man at the 30. Now with a cut back to the left to the 15, 10, and is thrown down inside the 10-yard line by Jones. Good open field running by Khalil Irvin.
Sindlinger was there. Maybe an opportunity to bring Irvin down before he reached the first down marker, but Irvin able to slip that tackle, cut it back to the near side of the field, and then luckily for Teal, Christopher Jones able to get him off his feet before he found the end zone. Huge play for Grove City, though, to extend the drive, and now with a 1st and goal situation.
Second time, Irvin has made a catch good for a first down. Wolverines leading by 3. Early 3rd quarter, Maskery leans ahead to the 5-yard line.
Steve Maskery on the carry, tackled by number 3, Walt Litwin.
Looked like a similar short yardage play to the same thing as when he scored his first touchdown of the game, or his only touchdown of the game, but the Grove City's first touchdown. A little bit of motion and then just a dive play to Maskery.
Walt Litwin, the tackle for Teal, 5'8", 165-pound junior from Linesville High School. It's a handoff, Maskery. This time nowhere to go. Wes Schmidt with the tackle along with some of his friends, R.J. Malson and company. So loss of 1 on second down. Now a third down and goal from the 6. And Grove City wants to call a timeout. Think things over on a third down and goal from the Teal 6 with over 9 to play in the third quarter. 27-24 Wolverines. We'll be back after a 30-second timeout on the PAC Sports Network.
You're seriously in debt. You know that feeling. It returns every time the phone rings. Things are out of control. A job you were counting on didn't come through, or you got sick. No matter how it got to this point, your creditors don't care or understand, but I do. It's not too late. I can help. If you're embarrassed, overwhelmed, or frustrated, don't be. I'm not here to judge. I'm here to help, and you do need help. Please call me. There is a way out, and I'll get you there.
After the Grove City timeout, first timeout taken in the second half by either team. Wolverines setting up shop for a third and goal from the Teal 6-yard line. Tight formation for the Wolverines. They'll realign, look for Ritchie. He's lined up on the right side. And Pell will look for Ritchie in the right corner, and Ritchie knocked off his feet. He wants a flag, won't get one. Rob Edwards with the coverage. And to say it was tight coverage might be an understatement, but incomplete pass, 4th and goal now, and field goal unit is on.
That's certainly an opportunity to throw a flag on that, you would think. Ritchie getting bumped off his route a little bit. Ball thrown over his other shoulder, but enough air on that ball, you'd think he would be able to run underneath it, so certainly a catchable ball with the way Pell threw it, even though he needed to adjust his route, but field goal opportunity coming for the Wolverines.
Ryan Stewart for the field goal attempt. This a 23-yarder. It's up and good. So Ryan Stewart now 3 of 4 on field goals for the season. And he makes it 30-24 Wolverines. We'll be back after this 30-second break on the PAC Sports Network.
Third quarter.
23-yard field goal by Ryan Stewart again makes the score 30-24 in favor of the Wolverines. Stewart's long 27 yards this season, so that 23-yarder doesn't improve upon his long of the year, but does improve the Wolverines' lead to 6. Kickoff, and Teal up the near sideline across the 35 to the 38-yard line. Return by Chris Jones, averages 39 yards per kickoff return. A nice return there for Jones. Adding on as Teal will start at their own 39-yard line.
Yeah, found a nice seam along the near sideline. Both teams really not had horrible field position the entire day. And short field to work with on both sides on several different occasions.
Mercer County Cup on the line today, the 30th edition of the Mercer County Cup game. Handoff, Josh Potter dives ahead for a couple yards to the 41-yard line. Tackle made by Grove City's Brent Bierman.
Yeah, tough sledding for Potter.
But Bierman, out of this 3-4 defense for Grove City, the nose tackle. Obviously, the nose tackle has to be a big focal point of the defense from that end. And he has plugged the gap numerous times today.
Yeah, you're a space eater in the 3-4. If you're in the middle, you're just trying to take on 1, maybe 2 blocks and free up some space for your linebackers to run. And any kind of tackle you get is more or less a bonus.
2nd down and 8. Play action, Smith will roll out right. Veerman chasing him, pass, little wobbly, but caught incomplete to Walker in Grove City territory at the 48-yard line.
I'd like to see what the stats are when Teal goes play action today, because it hasn't happened a whole lot, but they've had a lot of success when they've shown that ball fake to the running back and then rolled out Smith just like they did there. A couple of huge gains. Remember one going in the opposite direction in the first half. Actually ended up going for a touchdown.
Andrew Smith and the Teal Tomcats. Senior day as well here for Teal, and the senior getting the start at quarterback, and he's accounted for 3 touchdowns today, 2 on the ground and 1 through the air. Play action again. Smith wants to go deep, has a man open. Fedson makes the catch, takes a hard hit from Diane, but hangs on to the football at the Grove City 11-yard line.
For the end zone, number 40, Joe Diani. But that's a Tomcat. First down.
Now Matt Fedson has a 46-yard touchdown catch to his credit today. And that another long strike. At about 36 yards, 37 yards on that catch for Fedson. Under center Smith, 1st and 10 from the Grove City 12 officially. Twins to the right, roll out right. Gets a good lead block from Potter. Will tuck and run, slips a tackle at the 12. Gets 2 yards on that run as the pursuit from the Grove City defense eventually tracks him down. Ryan Althausen. Althausen from Hudson High School in Hudson, Ohio. 42 tackles coming into this season. He's led the Wolverines in tackles the last 2 years. Also shared the lead in sacks last couple of years. Althausen with 4 sacks in 2012, 5.5 sacks in 2011. Option play, pitch out right. Potter on the short side of the field, angled out of bounds, courtesy of Althausen. Just to correct a note, he's led the Wolverines the last 2 years in sacks, and again shared the lead in sacks in 2012 with 4 and then 5.5 in 2011. So he's been a big part of the pass pockets being collapsed by the Wolverines defense, but a couple of stops back to back. Here's it's now 3rd down and 5 from the Grove City 7-yard line. Fedson wide left, Walker wide right. I formation. Potter dots the I and now motioned out of the backfield. Smith under center. Design run. And tries to get toward the goal line. He won't get the touchdown, but he does have a 1st down. And now the Teal Tomcats with a 1st and goal from point-blank range.
A couple of linebackers in there, Manwaring and Tuttle, able to keep him out of the paint. But
that's enough for a Tomcat.
Maybe about a foot or 2 to go for the touchdown.
Touchdown and an extra point would put Teal ahead for the first time since they were up 7-0 in this game. Trailing 30-24 are the Tomcats with over 5 minutes to go in the 3rd quarter. Smith under center, 1st and goal from the 1. Handoff. And leaning for the end zone. Tomcats say touchdown, and so do the officials. Rich Colasar for the 1-yard rushing score. And Teal has tied it 30-30, extra point to come.
Real late in that play after the touchdown had been signaled. The official, referee actually, threw the flag. See what we have here. He's signaling personal foul. This may be a dead ball foul. Came very late.
Touchdown count after the play. Unsportsmanlike conduct. Offense number 76. The penalty will be assessed on the kickoff.
So touchdown will stand. The personal foul penalty, unsportsmanlike conduct, will be assessed on the kickoff, so the extra point won't be affected by that. As John Fennick in for the extra point attempt, and if he can connect, Teal will have taken the lead. 1-yard run. by Rich Colasar. And the extra point, the snap, and the hold bobbled, and the game will stay tied. How about that play? The holder, Jonathan Ward, bobbles the snap, and we remain in a tie game, 30-30. So both teams missing extra points, and really off the same type of play, bobbled hold.
Yeah, that one really had no chance. That snap was short hop to the holder. Just able just to fall on is probably all you can do in that situation. Teal tried to make something out of it, but a couple miscues in the kicking game, and we're tied up at 30.
So to start this second half, we'll keep it right here. The second half, 23-yard field goal by Ryan Stewart for Grove City, and now a 1-yard rushing touchdown by the Teal Tomcats' Rich Colasar. But it remains a 30-30 game because the extra point attempt failed. And now add the fact that personal foul penalty is being assessed. The ball teed up at the 20-yard line. Grove City, well, they have lost their lead. Will have a good chance to regain it with some positive field position here. Baron Grube will be the kickoff man. So again, he does it all. Well, the good news for Cody McClellan is while he may not be healthy enough to kick, whatever his ailment might be, he is certainly healthy enough to rush the passer. He's done that well. Baron Grube. End over end kick received at the 18-yard line by Klobuchar. Finds the seam and takes a big hit by the Tomcats at the 38-yard line. To start, it was Walt Litwin who wrapped him up, and then the rest of the Tomcats were able to rock him down to the turf. Klobuchar has provided the Wolverines with good starting field position today, and this will not change. Football at the 38 for Grove City. Tie game 30-30, third quarter. We have seen plenty of offense today. Brian Powell in the shotgun. Option play. Fakes right, keeps it himself, does Pell. Spun down. Not much there up the middle for Pell. Tackle made by Wes Schmidt. We've called his name quite a bit. He's the leading tackler for the Teal Tomcats and again the PAC Defensive Player of the Week.
On their own 39-yard line for Grove City.
Gain of just 1 on the run for Pell as he'll bring the play call into the huddle. Rivalry week of the PAC. Wing back Sam Ivan in motion. Fake the handoff. Pell being chased from behind by McClellan. He has him for the sack. As we said, the legs of McClellan have certainly carried him to the quarterback, and he gets the sack there. Loss of yardage back to the 34 of Grove City.
He looks all right to me. He can't kick off or whatever, but he certainly can chase down the quarterback from the opposite end of the field. And coming from the far side defensive line position, able to chase Pell far side and get the tackle on him for a huge loss. That's great athleticism from someone who's not injured earlier in the game, but Cody McClellan definitely with the wheels there.
Third down and 14 for Grove City. Pell rolls out left off the shotgun snap, tries to set his feet, pressure, and the sack again for the Teal Tomcats. This time it's linebacker Tom Thorpe, 5'9", 193-pound junior from Charleroi High School.
Do have some laundry on the field about the 47-yard line. I think it was thrown by the back judge. I don't know what this is. Anthony Ritchie was down in the area, tangled up with a Teal defender.
Awaiting the ruling here. Wow. Defensive holding on the Tomcats. It will remain third down, so it's not an automatic first down, but a huge penalty. Grove City would have been off the field. Now they have a makeable third down situation. A 3rd down and 4 for the best third down team in the conference.
The flag was a little bit late in throwing, but came out nonetheless. Or in being thrown, I guess.
Pell in the shotgun, handoff Maskery, and he stopped. Limited yardage. The Teal Tomcats defense, despite the holding penalty, will stand here and force a 4th down from the Wolverines. Punting unit is on.
This team on the near sidelines fired up right now, getting the ball back after just tying up this game moments ago.
30-30, third quarter. With over 3 minutes to play in this quarter. Marnegian to punt. He stands at his own 30-yard line. Back to receive for the Tomcats. That is Matt Fedson. High punt. Fedson calls for the fair catch in some traffic, but hauls it in at the 22-yard line of Teal. After a fast-paced second quarter, things slowing down in the third. But not to the point where it slowed the, well, what would you call it, the anticipation of what might happen next, because you just don't know what's going to happen next with the way this game has gone today.
Yeah, a lot of twists and turns in this game.
Teal, or excuse me, go ahead, Justin.
Just when you're deadlocked at 30 and you really don't have a good feeling in this point. Teal with momentum right now, but don't have a feeling on how this game could turn.
Potter, handoff up the middle. First down and more to the 36-yard line of the Tomcats.
Number 25, Josh Potter on the run.
Now you see Josh Potter starting to pick things up here in this second half, and that'll be big for Teal if they can get him going. The sophomore from Chipley High School in Chipley, Florida. Mentioned he's the second leading rusher for the Tomcats as their leading rusher. Freshman Josh Wanamaker out with an ankle injury, and Wanamaker has had a lot of accredited fame in the conference. PAC Offensive Player of the Week 2 weeks ago. 249 yards rushing against the Bethany Bison, the second most in Teal history in a single game. It's a designed run for Andrew Smith on 1st and 10, and he has another first down pickup for the Teal Tomcats at the 48-yard line where he is angled out of bounds. So the Teal offense and rushing the football, despite the fact that Wanamaker is out, whether it's Potter or the quarterback Andrew Smith, they're getting it done.
Yeah, absolutely. And Smith now approaching 100 yards. That should give him 90 yards on 10 carries. It's good work from a quarterback who doesn't run a whole lot.
Yeah, he has more rushing yards today than he's had all season long, and that on 43 prior rushing attempts.
Well, 10 rushing attempts in this game. Maybe let him work with his legs again.
1st and 10 from the 48 for Teal in a tie game third quarter. Potter sifts through. He's tripped up as he gets into Grove City territory as Jason Skirm, the junior linebacker, with the stop. 6 foot, 200-pounder from Solderton High School in PA. 75 tackles entering today's action with a couple of sacks and 2 forced fumbles.
Potter's been the workhorse back for Teal this afternoon. That was his 16th carry. He does a nice job of picking his way through the holes, setting up the blocks, and being able to fall forward, getting extra yards after that initial contact. Just a sophomore too, so a couple more years after this one to carry the ball out of that backfield.
2nd and 5. This time Potter is wrestled down at the 43 of Grove City. And I'll make it a 3rd down and 1.
Number 25, Josh Potter on the run, tackled by number 39, Bobby Tello, with help from number 35, Jason Skirm. Makes it 3rd and 1.
New play call coming in from head coach Kurt Reiser in his 5th year at Teal. 25th head coach in school history. Giving off that play call to senior quarterback Andrew Smith, who delivers the call in the huddle. Now quick to the line, 3 seconds on the play clock. Smith takes the snap, bobbles it, and will hang on, runs right. It has the first down anyway at the 40-yard line, tackled by Ben Manwaring.
We had Colasar in the backfield, and fullback Rich Smallwood came into the game as well. You'd think, you thought the play would have been Just a 1-yard plunge with the big back in there, the fullback lead, but didn't go that way. But sometimes it works out. It worked out that time for Teal with Smith around right end after bobbling the snap.
And it might have even been, is this third quarter going to come to an end? We'll talk a little bit more about that last play when we come back. Third quarter is finished. We are tied 30-30 in the Mercer County Cup game from Alumni Stadium in Greenville, Pennsylvania. We'll be back after the 60-second timeout on the PAC Sports Network.
Disability affects the lives of over 29,000 people in Fayette, Washington, and Greene counties. Tri-County Patriots for Independent Living are people with and without disabilities working to meet those needs in the community. The success of Triple comes from the commitment of a dedicated board of directors, its members, and volunteers. To continue to improve services, Triple is renovating the historical YWCA building located at 42 West Maiden Street in Washington. This will allow for an assistive internet cafe, increased veteran services, and transportation and wellness to provide skills to help with independent living. Your help and feedback are appreciated, and if you seek assistance, we're here to help.
Teal Tomcats will have a 1st and 10 from the Grove City 40-yard line when we get this fourth quarter started. Tie game 30-30. And just to reference back to that last play on a 3rd down and 1, inauspicious start on the 3rd and 1 play, as it looked like quarterback Andrew Smith might have bumped into that lead back through and jarred the ball loose a bit. He juggled it, held on, and ran right for a 1st down. Right now Smith in the shotgun brings Nate Blazevich in motion left to right. And a screen pass set up to Potter. Has a lead block in front to the 30, 25, 20. Tackled at the 15-yard line by Tuttle. Beautifully designed screen there by the Teal Tomcats.
And tons of running room for Josh Potter coming around that left side. Haven't seen a whole lot of screens from either side today, but that one worked to perfection, and Teal knocking on the door again.
That's the first screen that I can recollect all day, as you said, from either team. And so that one, well, you haven't seen it, so Teal coach Kurt Reiser says now's a good time for it, and it was. 1st and 10 from the 14 of Grove City. Shotgun again for Andrew Smith. With Potter to his left, and Potter will get the handoff. Lowers the shoulder, takes on a hit from Klobuchar around the 5-yard line. And that'll set up a 2nd down and 1. Tie game 30-30. Teal trying to break that tie.
For the Tomcat offense.
And KC is needed. John Fennick, the place kicker for the Teal Tomcats, getting ready. Remember, it was an extra point attempt where it never got off the ground. The low snap and then bobble by the holder prevented an extra point kick by Fennick, and that has kept the game tied 30-30. Both teams missing an extra point today. Potter takes the give from Smith, but also takes a lick from Ben Manwaring. And that's a loss of 1. 3rd down and 2.
2 on the 6-yard line.
Ben Manwaring from Whitney Point High School in New York has been all over the field today.
Out comes Potter, in comes Colasar, short yardage back. Seen him get the ball all afternoon on short yardage goal line calls.
A tackle by Manwaring, his 7th of the afternoon. The leading tackler for the Wolverines. Now it's a 3rd and 2 for Teal from the Grove City 6-yard line, I formation. Colasar dotting the I. He has 1 rushing touchdown today. He gets the handoff, has the 1st down. And muscles his way near the goal line. Tackled at the 2 of Grove City. And there is a player down.
First down.
One of the offensive linemen, that is the center, Jason Crystal, all PAC center for the Tomcats. 5'11", 250-pound junior from Gateway High School. Crystal, a preseason All-American by USA Football News, he was named, and he right now is on the turf, so that would be a big loss for Teal on the offensive front if he is unable to continue. And as we do with all of our athletes participating in PAC games on our PAC Sports Network, we wish him the best, and hopefully he's back up on his feet okay in no time here. But being checked on by the training staff of the Teal Tomcats being helped up to his feet. Trying to take a step forward, but having some trouble with that. So he's going to need some help off the field. So it doesn't look like he may be returning soon. So Jason Crystal, again, we hope, wish him the best, but he is out of the lineup. So the center for the Teal Tomcats now out of the game. It looks like Jonathan Welsh is in the game.
Sometimes it's an understated position, center, especially with the exchange between the quarterback down here near the goal line. Definitely essential to make that clean.
Clean snap, handoff, Colasar. And just shy of the end zone. He was trying to lean for that goal line, couldn't quite get there. Grove City's defense stands tall, 2nd and goal upcoming.
This ball has to be inches from the goal line.
Colasar hustles out, Potter hustles in. 2nd and goal early in the 4th quarter. High formation, and it's a QB sneak. And Smith has yet another rushing touchdown. Andrew Smith with his 3rd rushing touchdown of the day. And the Tomcats have taken the lead, 36-30. This is their first lead since it was 7-0 to start the game on, guess what, a 1-yard rushing touchdown by Andrew Smith.
Well, he's definitely being rewarded by the coaching staff with these short yardage runs down near the goal line. But he's been a huge factor in the offense today, both passing and running the ball. It's not just these short yardage plays. He's had a couple of nice runs from scrimmage in the middle of the field.
Extra point by Fennick is through, and the Teal Tomcats have a 37-30 lead. We're early in the 4th quarter. We'll be back. 30-second break on the PAC Sports Network.
Generations, Sharps Furniture has been proud to serve Southwestern PA with their brand of personal service. Being an authorized dealer for Lazy Boy, they are dedicated to providing the finest quality products made here in the US of A. Looking for custom upholstery? Sharps carries a large selection of upholstery to choose from, all made in America. And their friendly staff will deliver right to your front door. Sharps Furniture, your authorized Lazy Boy dealer. Family owned, family operated since 1917. Located just off I-70, exit 19B in Washington, PA.
37-30. The Teal Tomcats have taken the lead. A 1-yard rushing touchdown by Andrew Smith. Smith with 3 rushing touchdowns and 1 touchdown pass. The senior quarterback having a big day out of Pymatuning Valley in Ohio. Andrew Smith. Baron Grube will kick it off for Teal. Right now on the near sideline, Andrew Smith working with the new center for the Tomcats. We'll get back to that in a moment. Is Grube with another deep kick and another touchback. Baron Grube has Grove City starting at their own 20-yard line. Now on that last touchdown run, the last couple plays after Jason Crystal, the starting center, exited the game, the Teal Tomcats realigned. They added a new offensive lineman in Jonathan Welsh, put him at left guard, then took starting left guard John Beal, put him at center, and right now Beal and Smith working with each other on some center to quarterback snaps. Well, they got the snap right for the touchdown run. Andrew Smith plunging into the end zone. 1st and 10, Grove City down by 7. 7 on the play clock. Pell will send a man in motion, and it's a running play left on a keeper by Pell, and the pursuit gets to him.
A lot of indecision that time, and the defense eventually caught up to Pell. I think that's going to go down as no gain on the play. But he could have been able to pick up a couple yards if he had just tucked that ball and tried to make something out of that a little bit earlier.
Jack Sindlinger, the linebacker, displaying good sideline to sideline speed. Hauls him down for no gain, 2nd and 10. Well, Brian Pell was Grove City's leading rusher last year, 384 yards. Confident, well-spoken young man. We saw him at PAC Media Day to start the year. And he stopped for no gain again. Sindlinger with yet another tackle of Brian Pell.
Jack Sindlinger. This is going to make it 3rd and long to the Wolverine offense.
Well, Pell and Anthony Ritchie have hooked up several times today. Ritchie for over 100 yards this afternoon. He did not make a catch in the third quarter. With a 3rd and 10, now might be the time to go back to him. Ritchie lined up wide left. Always easy to spot with his long locks. Roll out right for Pell. And trying to set up a pass on the left flat intended for Sam Ivan. At the point of attack, though, a flag thrown as Pell took on a hit from one of the Tomcats. And let's see what we have here. On a 3rd and 10 play, roughing the passer penalty, personal foul on the Teal Tomcats. So a play that was blown up, but a pass going reverse field back to the left side and the left flat for Sam Ivan, incomplete. But the 15-yard personal foul penalty gives the Wolverines 1st and 10 at their own 40. Big penalty.
Yeah, big penalty, because without it, the drive stalls and Grove City forced to punt. Now they've a new set of downs in, knocking on the door of Teal territory here at the 40-yard line. Ooh.
Hard count.
Everybody jumped there.
Well, there was a lot going on.
A lot of finger pointing down there in the trenches.
Offsides on Teal. And from my perspective, we had it right in front of us. There were so many people jumping around in no man's land there that hard to tell who was the...
Tomcats definitely came across the ball, but there were white helmets moving as well, and you're right, we were staring right down the line.
Who the initial party was, hard to tell. It's a quick pass to Irvin, makes the catch at the 50-yard line. It's right at the lead stick, should be good for a 1st down.
Well, he's been big as a secondary receiver to Ritchie today. Irvin made some nice catches, not necessarily on the easiest places to catch that ball. That one down low. It's nice to have a receiver with a huge window. You can throw it basically wherever, and they can come down with it or go down to get it. Really help out your quarterback, and that's exactly what Irvin's done here this afternoon.
1st and 10, Grove City at the midfield stripe. Handoff, Maskery. Tackle by McClellan. Maybe a yard or limited yardage. A couple of inches, not even that. No gain.
Right into the teeth of that defense. McClellan, Wes Schmidt also there. These guys have done a nice job on these inside runs in the second half, not letting Grove City get to that defensive backfield, get to that next level. Running backs kind of hitting that wall, defensive line, linebackers, and they've been stopped for the most part in the second half.
2nd down and 10 after a no-gain run by Steve Maskery. It's a rollout left for Pell. Follows a lead block by Maskery. Has the quarter now, 45, lowers his shoulder. Near the 40-yard line, trying to get that 1st down was Brian Pell.
Number 18, Christopher Jones.
Yeah, he really set up that block from Maskery. I'm not sure if that was designed, if he wanted, or if he was still looking downfield, but the way he ran out of the pocket was like he set up that block to the inside and bounced it outside for a 1st down.
Under 10 minutes to play in this football game. Teal leading 37-30. Andrew Smith, 3 rushing touchdowns and 1 passing touchdown for the Teal Tomcats. For Grove City, Anthony Ritchie, a couple of touchdown receptions and 1 touchdown pass. The senior wide out. 1st and 10, Wolverines. Pell wants to go deep. Ivan down the right sideline, overthrown. Ball's thrown out of bounds as well, incomplete. Pell took a big hit on the back end of that play.
From the defense there was number 58, Riley Shane.
Trying to hit Ivan on the wheel route. He came from the left side of the formation all the way around to the near sideline. Misfired on that pass, and then, like you said, he was drilled. Pell was, as he released that ball.
Yeah, the man who laid on the hit was Riley Shane, 6'1", 252-pound sophomore for Teal out of Highlands High School. 2nd down, Wolverines will send Maskery up the middle along the left hash. Able to tiptoe to the Teal 36-yard line. Run of 4 yards for Steve Maskery.
He had another huge 3rd down play upcoming. And inside 9 minutes to go. Could be 4 down territory, trailing by a touchdown if you're the Wolverines. Important to pick up yards here if Grove City does not reach the sticks, at least to have a manageable 4th down. Looking at a 3rd and 6.
Looking left, has Ritchie, passes complete, dives ahead for the 1st down.
Tried to stick that ball out. I don't know if he got the marker or not. See where the officials line up.
Right on the long line at the 30, 1st down, says our head referee, Janice Workland. And so 1st and 10 for Grove City. Well, Workland is motioned 1st down.
There you go. It took a while for the sticks on the far side to move.
That was a Grove City 1st down on that catch.
A little hesitation from the chain gang.
Come on, guys.
1st and 10 Wolverines. Ritchie with that 1st down catch. His first since the 2nd quarter. And now another trick play. Wide open is Irvin. Touchdown, Grove City Wolverines. There's a flag down behind the play where that pass was released. And Zach Gadzako with the touchdown pass if it stands. Roughing the passer, so Gadzako, his touchdown pass will indeed stand. A 30-yard touchdown strike, Gadzako to Khalil Irvin, and it's 37-36.
36 with an extra point attempt still going.
Second time today, Grove City has had a touchdown pass thrown by someone other than their quarterback, Brian Pell. A very important extra point attempt. Wolverines have missed one today. Good snap, good hold, kick is true. So Ryan Stewart has tied this game with the extra point and also the option pass. Gadzako to Khalil Irvin, and it's all square, 37-37 with over 8 minutes to play in the 4th quarter. We'll be back. 30-second break on the PAC Sports Network.
We're here at Sport Clips, the new just for guys haircutting place, to see what the buzz is about. How was it?
Nice cut, nice price, professional stylist. Doesn't get any better than this.
There's sports on TV at every chair.
I got an awesome haircut, steam towel treatment, neck and shoulder massage. I went all the way!
What are you waiting for? Sport Clips is now in your neighborhood. At Sport Clips, guys win.
With 2 locations in Washington County, at the McMurray Shops in Peters Township and at Trinity Point in Washington.
That roughing the passer penalty has the football teed up at the 50-yard line for Grove City. And anytime you have this situation, you always have to be wary for the onside or surprise onside kick attempt. Cole McCandless, though, will boot it into the end zone and through the end zone, touchback. Teal will start at their own 20-yard line.
Well, the expression is going into the bag of tricks, and it seems like Grove City brought more than one bag with them today.
That is for sure. Grove City with that last trick play, touchdown pass by Zach Gadzako to Khalil Irvin, has tied the game 37-37. Also has put this game in the history books. It's the highest scoring ever Mercer County Cup game. And this is the 30th edition of the Mercer County Cup.
In a game in 2001, Teal 40, Grove City 27. That one had 67 combined points. We were sitting on that until a moment ago.
Handoff. Colasar nowhere to go. Bobby Tuttle with the tackle. Or excuse me, scratch that. Rather, that is Jason Skirm with the tackle for Grove City.
Makes it 2nd and 11 on the Teal 24-yard line.
Jason Skirm, who's younger, he is the younger brother of former Grove City linebacker Matt Skirm, who played here at Grove City from 2007 to 2010. And Jason Skirm making his mark as a Wolverine, and a loss of 1 yard on that last tackle by Skirm. 3 wide, now trips to the right side for Andrew Smith. Blitz coming, and a quick pass juggled and caught by Fedson at the 25. 5-yard pickup. Well, timed that one out right, did Andrew Smith and the Teal Tomcats. The blitz was coming, but the quick hitter over the middle to Fedson saves that play in a 6-yard gain.
Yeah, great time for a middle screen, throwing that basically where the blitz was coming from once the linebackers vacated that area, but unfortunately for Teal, didn't get much out of it. That play definitely set up the way you would draw up a screen.
Teal 37, Grove City 37. 3rd down and 5 for the Teal Tomcats. Snap to Smith, blitz again, and a pass caught by Fedson. And tackled at the 32-yard line.
Tackled by number 40,
Diani with the stop, he held on and was not going to let go. Teal a little bit short. I'll bring up 4th down.
I thought, did we not have a touchback on the kickoff? I don't know. Well, the lead stick set up at the 35-yard line, so it will be at least officially a 4th down. Now, there was not a penalty in between the touchback, was there? Oh, a high snap on the punt. McClellan goes back to find it, gets the punt away. Oh, it's a line drive kick. It's tipped by Grove City. They'll let it roll.
Ooh.
And now a pileup on top of it as the Wolverines touched it. And who has the football now?
Boy, Grove City would just been...
Oh, Teal comes out of there with the football. And if Teal touched it...
Yeah, once that ball's kicked, once Grove City touches it, it's live for Teal to pick up. See what, if it was touched before. I thought it went off of a helmet of somebody.
It was partially blocked, I had thought, by Grove City.
However, if the offensive team possesses the ball has to cross the line of scrimmage. Therefore, it's supposed to be turned this way.
1st and 10. The ball has to be possessed beyond the line of scrimmage. And so it will stay Wolverines football.
City ball.
1st and 10 at the Teal 26-yard line. Kurt Reiser getting the explanation right now from our head official, Janice Workland. In a tie game, Mercer County Cup game, 30th edition of the Mercer County Cup and 100th game all time between these two teams. Ball at the 26-yard line. Wolverines with a huge opportunity to retake the lead. Handoff Maskery. Surges for a couple. Down to the 22-yard line where they mark him.
With help from number 45, Wes Schmidt. It's going to make it 2nd and 6 for the Wolverine offense.
Well, a little bit of everything today, Justin Piles.
Yeah, it's definitely been a memorable game. Not over yet. Tied up right now.
Handoff going left and not much there. Gabriel Moore, 5'10", 175-pound sophomore with the rushing attempt out of Landmark Christian High School in Indiana. He loses, actually no gain officially on the run. Moore will check out.
Still 3rd and 6 on the Tomcat 22-yard line.
Well, 3rd down and 6 from a little farther out last time, resulting in an option pass. I don't know if that's in the cards again.
Teal might have jumped again. Hard count by Pell.
That one could hurt.
Makes this a very makeable 3rd down now, and everything's in the playbook for Grove City. With their rushing game, they bring on the muscle right now. They want to stay close to the vest, or at least they're lining up so. 3rd down and 1 from the Teal 17-yard line. Tie game, 4th quarter. Offset behind Pell. Handoff Maskery.
Close.
Tight quarters down there. And
Maskery on the carry tackle.
it looks like, now from our perspective, and it's a little difficult, looks like he is short, and he is. So 4th down and 1 now. Now Grove City went for it on a 4th and 10 from the 22-yard line and came away with a 22-yard touchdown pass, Brian Pell to Anthony Ritchie. Now it's a 4th and 1 from the 16-yard line. Grove City to the line, and Pell on a QB keeper. And a pile of humanity. The officials mark him at the 15. That will.
There's a flag on the play.
Well, it will temporarily be a 1st down, but a penalty on Grove City will move them back. Illegal formation.
A man in motion may have been heading forward before the snap.
To 4th and 6.
That would cause the illegal shift. Now, 4th and 6, what do you do?
My apologies, illegal shift, 4th down and 6. And Wolverines, they're not sure what they want to do. They'll call a timeout. We'll take a break as well. Over 3 minutes to go in the football game, 37-all. We'll be back on the PAC Sports Network.
When you are in need of fast, affordable, and professional voiceovers, contact TimeAd Productions. TimeAd Productions offers voice services for business presentations, documentary narrations, radio, television, imaging, and commercials, movie trailers, corporate phone systems, websites, audiobooks, and more. Visit or contact us online at www.timeadproductions.com.
Welcome back to Greenville, Pennsylvania. Tie game, exciting Mercer County Cup game, 37-37. 4th down and 6 as the Wolverines facing this situation at the Teal 22-yard line.
Roy's defense, fans.
Ivan in motion, right to left. It's an option. Ritchie has room to roam. To the 20, 15 has the 1st down, 10-5, dives for the end zone. Touchdown, Grove City Wolverines. 4th down situation earlier in this game resulted on a 22-yard touchdown reception by Anthony Ritchie. 4th down, Anthony Ritchie with a 22-yard rushing touchdown. Wolverines go ahead.
And I was actually going to joke earlier in the broadcast about how he's thrown for a touchdown, he's caught a couple of touchdowns. Why not have him run one in too? Well, there it is.
He's caught one, he's thrown one, he's run one. The trifecta for Anthony Ritchie. And the Wolverines have a 43-37 lead. Extra point by Ryan Stewart is good. And so the Grove City Wolverines have a 44-37 advantage. Teal will have it back when we come back on the PAC Sports Network.
If you're seriously in debt, you know that feeling. It returns every time the phone rings. Things are out of control. A job you were counting on didn't come through, or you got sick. No matter how it got to this point, your creditors don't care or understand, but I do. It's not too late. I can help. If you're embarrassed, overwhelmed, or frustrated, don't be. I'm not here to judge. I'm here to help, and you do need help. Please call me. There is a way out, and I'll get you there.
Over 3 minutes to go. Teal will have the football back momentarily, trailing by 7. Cole McCandless, kickoff. Bounces at the 15, takes a Grove City bounce, and picked up by Kennedy. And slides his way to the 21-yard line, but Kennedy, more than anything else, just trying to save Teal possession off that awkward bounce.
And don't want that ball sitting around there too much with Grove City bearing down on you.
This gives the Tomcat offense the ball.
Maybe it's an opportunity here to put Anthony Ritchie on defense and let him maybe score a defensive touchdown after throwing for one, running for one, and catching two. The old Mary Lemieux score 5 different ways.
Well, he's scored 3 different ways. Terrific performance by Anthony Ritchie. And guess what? Andrew Smith for Teal has had a fantastic performance as well. 3 rushing scores and 1 passing touchdown. Pass complete for sideline.
Smith's pass complete to number 10,
quickly out of
Ron
bounds.
Howard.
That is Ron Howard with the reception. 6 foot, 196-pound sophomore from Sharon, PA, and Sharon High School.
Makes it 2nd and 2 for the Tomcat offense.
Gain of 8 on that pass. Ball at the 30-yard line. Andrew Smith, we have flags.
Ball start, offense from the 21,
False start on the Tomcats.
2nd and 7 now.
Makes it a 2nd down and 7. Now last week, with just over a minute to go, Smith hit a 77-yard touchdown pass to tie things up to Walker. Here's a pass to Walker. Complete, has a first down, and banged down by Klobuchar at the 35-yard line. Give him the 36 on the spot.
Tomcat, first down.
That time Teal going back to the well that was so successful last week. Yeah, time to work quickly too if you're Teal. Still full complement of timeouts, but need to hurry up a little bit. Smith looks right, scans the field. Man crossing over the middle. Manwaring puts on the hit. It's complete to Ron Howard. That'll run more time off the clock on just a 3-yard gain. 2nd down and 7. Quickly to the line, Andrew Smith. Blitz comes, pass complete to Howard, and he has 3 lead blockers at midfield. Hurdles a man at the 45, another block, cuts to the outside, 35, tripped up and tackled at the 27-yard line of Grove City. Open field moves by Howard, and he was dropped hard by Manwaring from behind, and he is still on the turf. And an injury timeout right now on the field stops the clock with under 2 minutes to play. Boy, Howard had a convoy there. If he makes it to the near sideline, he could be gone, trying to pick his way through traffic. And Teal now set up shop, and we're just hoping Howard can get to his feet and he'll be all right. But a big play, exactly what Teal needed. Where they were not good with clock running and still on their side of the field. Now Kurt Reiser must have had a feel that a blitz might be on its way, and Howard, all right, he hops back up to his feet. By the looks of that tackle, might have had the wind knocked out of him. Well, now that he's back on the field, he's hunched over. Might have been more than that. At least initially it appeared that perhaps he had the wind knocked out of him, but he's hunched over on the sideline, but trying to lead on his troops. Howard off the bench. We hadn't called his name all game long, but a couple of big receptions on this drive, and again, Kurt Reiser anticipating the blitz, had that quick screen pass called and worked to perfection and almost for a touchdown. Teal knocking on the door at the Grove City 27-yard line with 1:52 to play. 44-37 Wolverines. Now 2 timeouts for Teal after that play. And with the injury timeout, they are charged with that timeout because it was one of their own. Spread formation, 4 wide. Smith flushed, tries to shovel a pass forward to Potter. Incomplete, it short hops him. And kind of a Brett Favre impromptu looking type play, and perhaps best it was incomplete. That's one of those where probably best, like you said, it just falls to the turf. You don't want that to be tip up in the air or caught by Grove City. That would be disaster at this point. So live to fight another day and just take the incomplete. It stops the clock and reset on 2nd down. Second and 10 from the 27. 1:47 on a stop clock. 4th quarter. Teal trailing by 7. Shotgun snap. Smith fires a pass, incomplete. Had a man open over the middle, Bill Frizzy, but was behind Frizzy. Tried to make an outstanding catch, but couldn't hang on. Yeah, would have been a circus catch well behind him. Got his hands on it, but unable to grab it out of the air. Yeah, that was a bullet from Andrew Smith too. A lot of zip on that, but off target. 3rd down and 10.
Teal breaks the huddle, trips to the right. Ron Howard back in the game. The lone wide out to the left. Feds it in motion to the left slot. Smith fakes the handoff to Potter. And a pass juggled, held on by Frizzy. Dives to the 20.
This pass complete to number 22.
And a gain of 7. A 4th down and 3. First down available at the 17.
39, Bobby Tuttle.
Teal does have 2 timeouts left.
This is going to make it 4th and 2.
You call one here to make certain what you want. No, Kurt Reiser. They're going to take their time with it, though. He brought Smith to the sideline to give him the play call directly. And now Teal on a 4th down. 4th and 3. Smith rolls out right. Downfield pass is caught. It's Walker for the first down near the 10-yard line. So Teal moves the sticks. Spotted at the 9, 1st and goal for Teal.
Just the box down there. Don't need to change, but as soon as that's set, the clock will start.
Trips to the left. Smith darts a pass, caught at the 4. And that is Howard, who was down on one knee.
This pass complete to number 10.
Corralling that pass. Clock stopped with 34 seconds to play as Teal expends their 2nd timeout. Both teams now with 1 timeout remaining. Well, as we've said, Justin, you don't know what to expect out of this game today, and in this Mercer County Cup 30th edition, this contest, it's had a little bit of everything, and who knows what still might be left on the table here this afternoon.
And you've seen a couple trick plays from Grove City. That's been exciting. I haven't seen a whole lot of that from Teal. They just played solid football, able to come back in this game. And right now, knocking on the door, they can get 4 more yards. We'll tie this game with a successful touchdown and extra point. But, man, hats off to both these teams. You get the feeling that they're playing for something more than just playing football today. And you know, it's the Mercer County Cup, and you can see how excited both these teams are for how this one is about to finish. They're both up, cheering on their teams, and a lot of emotion out there right now, and in this press box. We've heard both sides of it here today.
Grove City coach Chris Smith has called this Mercer County Cup an important trophy. It's very rewarding to win it. An emotional game for all the seniors involved. Well, that emotion, see who comes away with the win. Teal trailing by 7. 2nd and goal from the 4. Roll out right, Smith, pass, diving attempt, catch made, touchdown, Teal Tomcats. They're down by 1. The touchdown catch by Bill Frizzy, his 3rd touchdown reception of the season. The senior from North Catholic High School, when we mention how much this game means to the seniors, how much that trophy means to the seniors. Well, a senior-to-senior connection as Teal a point away from tying things up, and now it's John Fennick for the extra point. 29 seconds on the clock, and Grove City wants a timeout.
Well, kicking game has been an adventure for both teams today, especially extra points. Grove City missed one down at this end earlier, and Teal had a poorly executed snap that didn't even result in an attempt on an extra point. Couldn't get the kickoff as it short hopped the holder. And see this all the time on field goals where the opposing coach will call timeout to ice the kicker, and veteran move by Coach Smith to call timeout, burn one of those Grove City timeouts, their last timeout. Get Fennick to think about this a little bit. Get the snapper to maybe think about this a little bit after one of them went awry earlier.
And both teams have missed extra points today, and Grove City, Teal rather, they had a chance early in the second half to take what was at that time a 31-30 lead, but an extra point attempt failed, and it wasn't because of the kick by Fennick. It never got off the ground. It was a low snap, and that's where things went awry from there. So everything's got to be on point. Extra point try to tie it. Good snap, good hold, kick up, and it's good. We're tied, 44 all.
Extra point attempt is good. The game is
And so what has been the highest scoring game of any Mercer County Cup contest, that record will be expanded this afternoon as we're all tied 44-44. And Grove City using their last timeout to try and freeze the kicker. So they will not have any more timeouts when they get the football back. But Grove City does have Anthony Ritchie, who has 4 touchdowns today, 2 receiving, 1 passing, and 1 rushing. Andrew Smith, that touchdown pass moments ago, that's his 2nd of the day, and gives him 5 touchdowns overall, 3 rushing, and 2 passing. What a day it's been for Andrew Smith. Baron Grube will kick it off for the Teal Tomcats.
See if he finds the end zone with this kickoff again.
Angles the kick to the near sideline and goes out of bounds. Well, that is critical because Grove City will have very good field position, even with the fact that they do not have any more timeouts left. They will have good field position to begin.
Well, if they want to take a shot at it, 2 things help them out there. Number 1, getting to start on the 35, and number 2, not taking any more time off that clock.
Grove City gets the ball 1st and 10 on their own 35-yard line. Still 29.
But clearly, Anthony Ritchie has been the go-to guy. See if perhaps something is in store for Anthony Ritchie right now. He will line up wide left. Brian Pell, the senior quarterback, in the shotgun. Brings his wing in motion to the left side. Handoff Mascry. First down, out at midfield, tackled at the 49-yard line of Teal.
Well, the clock will stop before the first down. If Grove City wants to stop the clock, they can spike it right here.
And they will. 2nd down upcoming. And that stops the clock with 20 seconds.
Left to go. It's going to be 2nd and 10 on the Tomcat 49-yard line.
Well, now in Teal territory, at the very least, if time starts to run down on you in this 4th quarter situation, tie game, can launch one deep for the end zone if Pell has the arm strength for it. Surely Grove City wants to work their way closer to the goal line. Pell, Mascry with the handoff, and he's buried this time. Limited yardage. Grove City has no timeouts left. Down to 9 seconds and rolling. And they'll spike it one more time with 5 seconds.
Grove City spikes the ball again, making it 4th and 10.
It's 4th and 10, but the yardage necessary is irrelevant. Well, it's either Hail Mary time or hook and ladder time. Yeah, and that might be more in order here.
Always keep in mind the hook and ladder, something underneath that gets lateral to an open man down the sideline, something along those lines. If Pell heaves it up here, you're always looking for a pass interference call to maybe move you a little bit closer. Lots of weird things can happen, even though there's 5 seconds left and you think this could be the last play. If there's a defensive penalty, it can move Grove City closer.
Shotgun for Pell. We'll see what's in store. This will be the last play of regulation. Pell rolls out right. And now he's going to run. All Teal has to do is make the tackle, and they will. And we will go to overtime. Christopher Jones with the tackle. And for the first time on our fall schedule on the PAC Sports Network, we will go overtime in one of our football contests. Well, last week, Teal played quadruple overtime in a dramatic win over the Westminster Titans. 45-37 was your final for Teal last week.
And you know what this means. It's the end of regulation and the scores.
And so we're tied up 44-44, and we'll pause for a break. We'll come back. 60-second timeout on the PAC Sports Network.
Disability affects the lives of over 29,000 people in Fayette, Washington, and Greene counties. Tri-County Patriots for Independent Living are people with and without disabilities working to meet those needs in the community. The success of Triple comes from the commitment of a dedicated board of directors, its members, and volunteers. To continue to improve services, Triple is renovating the historical YWCA building located at 42 West Main Street in Washington. This will allow for an assistive internet cafe, increased veteran services, and transportation and wellness to provide skills to help with independent living. Your help and feedback are appreciated, and if you seek assistance, we're here to help.
The Mercer County Cup on the line today. And it's 44-44. We go to overtime. The 100th meeting all time between Grove City and Teal, and it will be a memorable one. However, this one finishes this afternoon.
Now, you used the word dramatic to describe last week's game between Westminster and Teal, the 4 overtime affair. And this one already has drama. It's going to end dramatic however it ends. And it's been a hard-fought game. 88 points on the scoreboard, and we can't get it resolved without overtime.
Fantastic contest. Remember, all of our PAC Sports Network games are archived, so you can go back and watch this one. PACstream.net, and also all of our broadcasts are available for purchase, so we can mail you a DVD. If you're interested in purchasing any of our games, or this one as you're watching it, you can email us info@pacstream.net for more information.
Through regulation, rushing yards for Teal, Josh Potter at 100 yards, Andrew Smith, or at 98 yards. Andrew Smith also closing in on 100 with 94 yards. On the other side of the ball, Steve Maskey, 114 yards on the ground for Grove City. Lots of offense in this game, lots of yards in this game.
So after 4 quarters, these teams cannot resolve the issue. Playing in overtime right now, we have the all-important coin toss. And Justin, this coin toss is important. The college rules, both teams will have the football, but what, at least in your opinion, what do you prefer if you get the coin toss?
Yeah, you want to play defense here. You want to be able to stop the other team and then figure out what you need once you get the ball on offense. Because if you hold the team to a field goal, you know that a touchdown will win it, where if the other team scores a touchdown, whichever team gets it first, the team that gets the ball second knows they have to go for the end zone. So that's kind of been the consensus strategy in college, and we'll see it here. Teal will be on offense first, they're saying. Teams are shaking hands at midfield.
Now Teal says they want to go to the end zone toward the scoreboard at Alumni Stadium. And as you said, Justin, if you win the toss, you want to play defense first, and that's what Coach Chris Smith elects to do for the Wolverines. Certainly not his first time around the block or first rodeo in his 30th year at Grove City. He's been a part of every Mercer County Cup game and all-time wins leader at Grove City with 121 wins.
Just to finish out stat lines at the end of regulation, Brian Pell, 12 of 22, 183 yards and a touchdown. Andrew Smith for Teal, 18 of 22, 295 yards and a pair of touchdowns. Anthony Ritchie leads all receivers for Grove City, 5 catches, 108 yards. Both teams in overtime start from the 25.
First and 10, Teal. No time on the clock because no time is necessary in this situation. Handoff up the middle to Potter. Josh Potter to the 20-yard line. And as Justin has been mentioning some of those individual stats, that run now puts Potter over 100 yards today, as he has 103 on 20 carries.
Second down 5 now for Teal. Overtime works just like regulation, except there is no clock. Each team with a timeout if they need it. Say the play clock's expiring or you just want to rest.
Second down and 5. Andrew Smith with 5 touchdowns today, 2 passing, 3 rushing in the shotgun. Takes the snap, quick pass. Oh, nice catch on the near sideline by Walker. And brought down at the 16, so he's a yard shy. But that pass was darted in with some velocity by Smith. And good hands displayed.
Yeah, Slater Simic up his back too. May have been there even a little bit early. But Walker going up, getting that ball and pulling it down. Big third down play here for the Tomcats.
I formation. Potter dots the I. Fullback is Rich Smallwood. Twins to the right. Smith under center. 3rd and 1 handoff. Potter bumps into the back of his offensive line and then falls forward for the 2 yards necessary for the first down. Needed 1. He got 2 to the 14.
Bumped into a couple of his teammates down there. Had Smallwood and John Beal.